Yes, people, welcome to another edition of From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I'm joined by one of my fellow co-hosts, Mr. I've seen more in a night than you've seen in your life, aka Stato, aka Mr. Itstro, aka Bloodstro, aka Stro.
Hey.
What you saying, Stro? First and foremost, you good?
Good. Wonderful results this weekend. Over the moon. So yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
This guy's happy. I'm good. You hear me? United won. Actually played good football. Beat Jose. I'm saying, and won midweek as well. 1 foot in the semi-final of the Europa League. So I can't really complain. And other results went our way as well.
Yeah.
So I can't really complain on that note. And yes, people, hopefully JV will be back next week. And again, don't worry, we haven't fallen out. He's not been left off bad and bougie. Hopefully he will be back. Salute to our Don JV each and every time, man. Love to JV. He is blessed people as well. He's just handling business. So it's not like he's ill. He's not got corona or anything like that. So he's all good, innit? Him and his is all good is what I'll say. Well, all right, Stro, where do you want to start? I'll let you pick. What result do you want to start with in regards to the Premier League action from this weekend?
So the team that can't defend, I went down to 10 men and defended wonderfully well to the champions elect. Let's start with Manchester City and Leeds.
Did they defend really well, though?
Yeah.
How many City created a lot of chances?
City created a lot of chances against every team.
Well, not that, man. It was like, didn't they have like 45 shots?
No, they did not have 45
or
shots.
Whatever it was. Was it not like 25 or something? It was something crazy. I know it was a big number anyway.
Manchester City had 25 shots against the likes of Tottenham, United.
Yeah, we ain't good either.
But this is a team that's known for not being able to defend.
Go on.
To hold on. One of the results of the season. City about to be champions elect 2 or 3 games before being crowned. Away, you go down to 10 men. Backs against the wall.
Yeah, 29 shots.
Yeah, I've seen them do that against many teams.
Yeah, you trying to give Leeds too much credit.
How am I trying to give Leeds too much credit? Are you telling me that's not one of the results of the season?
No.
Right, so break it down. Away at the Etihad.
Yeah.
2 or 3 games from being crowned champions.
Yeah.
The run that they're on in terms of consecutive wins in the Premier League.
Yeah.
They're at home.
That's true.
Leeds go down to 10 men.
That's a key point. I'll give you that one. That's a key point, yes.
Not only did they then hold on in terms of nicking a point, they then actually go and nick a winner in the 93rd minute.
I hear you, and I hear all that, but
that's one of the results of the season.
It's not one of the results of the season.
Not, right?
Simply because one, it was City's second string.
Regardless, City's second string's like 400 million.
It is 400 million, but look at the team they look. So you got the goalkeepers. They've got Morales and their second goalkeeper. I don't even know who he is.
Wait.
Cancelo, yeah.
Wait, stop a sec.
They've got Ake just coming back from injury. Mendy.
Stop a sec.
Go
I
on.
love how you went down this route.
Yeah, go on.
I knew you were going to go down this
route. Go on,
so I came prepared. So carry on.
So you got Mahrez in goal.
Yep.
I don't even know who he is. Ake coming back from injury.
So who's in that?
The goalkeeper. Their second choice goalkeeper.
What's he called?
Is that his name? Mazo. I didn't know that was his actual full name.
Edison. Hello.
Edison, I didn't know that.
The first choice goalkeeper.
Why is he called? Why is he called? Why have we got him as?
So how much money did he cost?
All right. So yeah, Edison in goal. All right, fair enough. But he got Ake, who's coming back from injury.
Right. How much did Ake cost?
I'm not talking about price tags. He's still a second choice. Forget the price tag.
It's not second choice. It's £45 million.
He's the second choice.
£45 million.
He's still the second choice, though.
£45 million.
Regardless,
he still cost £45 million.
Still the second choice, though.
45. Carry on.
Ake, Mendy, both. I think both.
How much did Mendy cost?
He's not their first choice, though. So
that's £100 million between the 2 left-sided players.
Yeah, but it don't mean they're good, and it doesn't mean they're first choice.
They spent that amount of money.
Then you've got Fernandinho, who's quality. Bernardo Silva, Zinchenko, who's not first choice.
Right, wait. Whoa. Hold up. You're skipping past it because you know what's going on here. Right, between Mendy and Ake, that's over 100 million, yeah?
This guy's ridiculous.
John Stones, 50 million. What we're talking
about? No. That's why I didn't mention John Stones. I'm talking about
we're not just skipping past.
No. 2 out of their back four. Cancelo, 2 out of their back 4.
60 million.
Yeah. I'm not talking price tags. I'm talking first choice.
No, because you can claim that the second choice or the
second choice, man. That man are on the beach already, man.
62 million, 50 million, and then Cancelo was what?
I have no idea. Cancelo Stones,
million.
I give you
209 million between the back 4 alone.
So yeah, but they've got 2 eyes. Their second choice. And they're already on the beach.
It costs 209 million. If it's second choice and you're spending that amount of money, they can do an adequate job. What are we talking about?
Yeah, they did do an adequate job.
To overvalue. And stop trying to underplay what Leeds did.
I'm not underplaying it. I'm just saying United went there and beat their first team. You know what I'm saying?
Midfield.
Like, our performances there, I'm not saying masterclass in it when you had...
Go into the midfield.
So midfield, Fernandinho, Bernardo Silva quality. Zinchenko's not first choice.
Right, yes, for leave Zinchenko for a second, yeah.
And then 2 out of the 3, Jesus and Fernan Torres. So you've got 2 out of the back 4, 1 out of the midfield 3, and 2 out of the front 3. And they got 1 eye in Dortmund as well.
What you on about? Jesus has played all season because Aguero was injured.
Jesus hasn't played all season. He hasn't. Go check his numbers. He's not.
Right, I'll check his stats.
Check his stats, innit? See how many Premier League games he's played. I guarantee it's not more than 15.
Right, okay. So
and adding bench appearances as well.
So it's not more than 15.
I knew that. There we go. And Aguero's been because they've been playing with a false 9 for the majority of the season.
Wait, 1 minute. So he's not played more than 15 games.
15 Premier League games. He's not started.
I'm going to the Premier League right now. So you're telling me that he's not.
He's not played more than 15 games.
Okay.
Started. You know what I'm saying? Not bench appearances where he's got 10 minutes here and there. He's not started 15 games.
We will see.
All right. I already know this without checking it. I already know this. You're trying to overhype these Leeds guys.
I'm not trying to overhype these Leeds guys. You need to put a bit of respect on the job that
See, MP saying here, salute to everyone. He's saying Ake is second choice. Ryan saying big up, Flawless and Stroll, big up to you. He's second choice.
Am I
definitely?
Am I debating?
Ryan saying Gabby is just another Origi. So yeah, I can't give you that much credit for going there and being a second string C.
Did I debate that he was second choice?
No, I'm not.
£45 million, you should be able to come in and do an adequate job.
Yeah, and they did that to an extent. It's not like Leeds cut them apart. Leeds had 2 shots, 2 goals. So defensively, they did all right.
He's made 23 appearances in the Premier League this season.
Okay, how many of them
8 goals, 3 assists.
How many of them
8 clean sheets. And he started 16 of them.
Okay, so it was almost done. I'm 1 off. You know what I'm saying? So he's still second choice.
Was I still right?
He's second choice, isn't it?
Was I right?
Yeah. If this one, yeah, but he's still second choice.
There we go.
If he started 16 games out of 30. So he started pretty much half. That's not first choice.
But regardless of whether that's first choice or not,
he's second choice.
The amount of money that's on that pitch from
there's a lot of money.
City,
yeah.
They should be able to beat a newly promoted team at home when they're down to 10 men. Yes or no?
Definitely.
So the fact that this newly promoted team, who by the way, speaking of money being spent, let me just quickly revert to something.
This guy, on the Bielsa train.
Meslier, keeper, £5 million. Ailing, the first choice right back, who's been a sensational right back this season, £600,000. Cooper, who got himself sent off, £250,000.
Okay.
Alioski, the left back, who got the assist for the winning goal, £3 million. Phillips, nothing. Rafinha, 17 million. Dallas, who got the double, and the first one is an unbelievable finish, by the way, £1.5 million. Bamford, £7 million. And like I said, Rafinha 17 million, Click 1.5 million.
Yeah, Sparks, big up to Sparks in the building.
That right there is an unbelievable job and performance from them, especially when down to 10 men.
I wouldn't say all that.
How would you not say all that? They grinded a result out. How many times have you seen a team with the backs against the wall, down to 10 men, get battered and they lose? Look at Southampton. Bertrand got sent off. They got beat 9-0.
Yeah, because they got beat
against
by the best
Leicester.
Team. Yeah,
we're talking about Manchester City, who have got abundance of funds.
I just see it as just City having a bad day at the office.
No, give them a bit. I know you hate him. But give them a bit of respect. Like, my lord, you are so bitter. It's unreal.
It's facts, like, yo, they beats, they went down to 10 men. I give them credit for it, but I'm not saying one of the results of the season.
Just the fact that they went down to 10 men.
The way you're talking about this is like West Brom beating Chelsea 5-2. No, that's a miles better result.
No. That is the result of the season, but this is one of the results. I'm not saying it's the.
I don't know
down to 10 men.
They went down to 10 men. That is impressive.
At Manchester City away.
They did, but I think it's more so City being poor.
Come on.
They had 25 shots.
Give them a bit of respect.
I do, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, yes, fantastic result, but all the second string team.
It's not all the second string team, no.
Not all of it, but then all.
It's not.
And they're focusing on Dortmund as well. They are. That's why he rested it. They know the Premier League's done.
You are like a magician. You know when the magician's got the hat and you just pluck stuff out of it. Every excuse imaginable to not give these man respect is exactly what you're doing.
I was
You literally just said, I respect it, and then pulled out 4 reasons.
No, I respect it. I just don't think as highly as you doing it. And it's not like they had 28% possession. They had 2 shots on target the whole game.
And that's exactly why it's an unbelievable result.
It's a good result. Good goal, though. That is a good goal. Good finish. It's a good finish, but I'm not I'm not saying I'm not
honestly,
50.
right? You have sat there with your Manchester United tinted glasses on right now, and it's disgusting.
I just think you know what we're gonna do at the end of the season. Now you mentioned it, we're gonna go through all the best results, like most unbelievable results at the end of the season.
You already know what the best result is. It's Chelsea getting beat 5-2 at home
to
West Brom. But just pause it a sec.
Yeah. Blockbuster start to the show, people. You know what I'm saying? I forgot that Stroll loves Bielsa ball.
I don't love Bielsa ball. I just think that they have a great side to watch.
They are very entertaining to watch. I'll give them that.
Right, so I'm going to sound a bit controversial here.
Here we go.
This rule needs changing.
VAR rule.
No, it's not even a VAR rule.
Which rule?
It's just the follow-through rule, right? So you look at Van Dijk against Napoli, Luke Shaw against Burnley.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much this Liam Cooper one because it's reckless.
Right.
But Ryan Bertrand against Leicester, where they got beat 9-0. They win the ball first.
Right.
Clearly win the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't control the follow-through. So it's either you take slide tackling out of the game completely, which is nonsense, by the way.
Yes.
Or you go back to exactly what was happening previously and you just let them tackles go. You cannot. Don't get me wrong. This Liam Cooper one is so reckless.
Yeah.
Yes, he wins the ball, but why is he going in like that when it's so high up? It's an awful challenge.
Let me have a look at this again. I'm just going to have a look at it again. Go on.
But my whole issue is, you look back at the Van Dijk versus Napoli, you look back at the Luke Shaw against Burnley, which is probably one of the worst ones you'd see. It's, you can't control the follow-through at that point.
So then what they say, their defense of that is you shouldn't be...
So look, he wins the ball, but the follow-through.
You shouldn't be going in that high at that pace.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah, no. But what I'm saying is, and this is why this is just a...
Yeah.
This is a one-off I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But specifically, right, if that ball's on the floor and it's 50-50 and it's not that high up, do you know what I mean? And you go in like that...
if it's not that high up, that makes a change.
Sent off and why? You've won the ball. That one is a disgrace.
That's a terrible tackle.
As the captain, away at Manchester City, who are about to be the champions-elect, you're letting your team down. You need to do better. And you need to know better. You shouldn't be going into challenges like that. Because that changes managers' thoughts in terms of substitutions, personnel, and formations. That changes how you start to attack, how you go forward, how you defend.
Yeah.
Then it is a back against the wall job, and this is why I think this result is so impressive. A team that has been terrible at defending this season, to go down to 10 men away at Manchester City, regardless whether they've got 3 players that you wouldn't class as.
Hey, it's not 3. It's half the team, fam.
How is it half the team?
It's 5. Ake don't start. Mendy don't start. Zinchenko don't start. Jesus is not a first teamer.
I've just proved Jesus has been playing. So
he's played 50% of the games, fam. That's not a first teamer.
Come on.
He's
also been injured.
He's also been injured, but even out of them 15, how many of them are starts? It's probably like 11 or 12. That's my point. He started 10 to 11 games.
23 appearances, 16 of them.
Oh, so 16 at start. So he started half the games. That's not a first teamer.
Because I've literally just said he's been injured with 31 games into it.
31 games into it, and he started 16, 15.
And he's also made appearances in 23.
Yeah, 23 in terms of off the bench and that. Like I'm saying, but I've seen many a time.
He don't go straight in.
He don't. The reason, prime example is they're playing Dortmund. He's not starting. He didn't start against Dortmund on the weekend. They're big games. He's not starting in. That's my point. He's not a first teamer.
No, but what
he's not a first teamer.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, for the amount of money that they have spent, he should be able to do an adequate job at home against Leeds.
But he didn't because he's not good enough. But that's a whole other argument.
What I'm saying is, look at the budgets between the two.
Yeah, the budgets is massive. I give you that. I give Leeds credit for getting the win.
Yeah, so as much as I don't want to overhype Leeds, my issue is this: I don't want to sit here and hear it's a second team when you're spending 45 grand on Nathan Ake. No, it's not a second team. The squad players at some point are going to get called upon.
Yeah, but squad players are second string players.
No, come on.
They are. Ake's a second string player. He's a second team. He's coming back from injury. Mendy doesn't start for these all the time. Mendy, Zinchenko, Ake, Ferran Torres. Zinchenko more so, innit? But even him, if there's a reason they're playing this game, like I'm saying, go look at City's most important games. Who's starting? You have squad rotation.
Yeah, but this is my point.
And Zinchenko started midfield. Normally he's playing left back.
Yeah, but you still, but because he can play. That's why he started his career. He plays in midfield for Ukraine.
He plays in midfield for Ukraine, but where does he play for City? He plays for left back.
Yeah, because he needed to fill the service because Benjamin Mendy, you're blowing him and he's constantly injured.
I get you, but what I'm saying is, if City were 3 points down and needed that win against Leeds to get back to the top of the table, that team doesn't start. That's my point. Them man are already mentally on the beach as well.
Yeah, no.
League's done. They're already one eye on Dortmund. That's the big game.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But at the same time, you are 2 or 3 games away from winning the Premier League.
Yeah.
They go down to 10 men. This should have been a battering.
And everything apart from finishing, it was.
And the fact that, but because they're down to 10 men, what do you expect? The fact that they held on point. And then went and smashed and grabbed it in the last minute with another unbelievable finish, by the way. It's an unbelievable result for them. At no point, and more to the point, they're on the same points as Arsenal.
That isn't really,
No, it is though. Because as much as we banter Arsenal,
we do banter.
Arsenal are still classed as a top 8 team, yes or no?
Are they top?
Come on.
Argue, they are top 8. I'm trying to actually debate it, That's, that is credit to Leeds. I give them to that. I give them that. That's a good stop as well, actually.
That's a great save.
That's a very good stop. I just look at this just like a day off. Great result, but this is just an off day for Manchester City. That's how I look at it. Look, good finish. Yeah, very good finish. That's a quality finish.
No, what you don't see is Meslier starts to slip.
You're the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Do you slip?
Yeah, he starts to go down initially, and then that's why there's a big gap to the right hand side of him. Good finish. Yeah, Torres is a very good finisher.
Yes, because I'm having a look here. I just put it back. I just put it more too.
Look at this.
Is that getting blown? Is that Stones?
Yeah, Stones.
Mad. Man blew past Stones, you know.
So this is what I find fascinating about that winner, right? So the ball's picked up. Alioski there, yeah? And it's Dallas breaking from midfield. Stuart Dallas. He is their James Milner. He's their utility man. You need a lot.
And he just breezed past. He just breezed past Stones like that. Go on. I didn't know that. I hadn't seen the goal.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen the goal.
In the 93rd minute.
Just breezed past Stones.
93rd minute.
Mazza. Zane saying, big on my bros. I hope everything is good. Well, all and good. Dallas is so underrated, he's saying.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, go on. Give us your thoughts on it. Like I say, great result for Leeds in that. But I think that's it.
Yeah, but the thing that, and this is my problem, right? We sat here and we turn around and say Manchester City last season don't get enough stick when they need stick.
Well,
this is one of them. I don't want to hear second string when you're spending that amount of money. I'm not being funny. If we're talking like, let's be honest now.
Go on.
Second string, you look at Liverpool centre back. That's fourth string.
No, but that's fourth string for your level. But yeah, go on.
So what's their level?
No. That when you saying that's fourth string, you're talking about in terms of quality and that. Even though it's their second string, they spend a lot of money on it. It's still their second string. There's a reason. If everyone's fit and it's a big game, them man don't play. Ake don't play. Mendy don't play.
But regardless, you have spent.
Yeah, you spend a big money on it. Go on.
For example, right? I'm just trying to think of an example. So Lindelof starts for your team, yeah?
Yeah.
Every game at centre back.
Yes.
How much did you pay for Lindelof?
Was he 40 million?
They spent 45 million on a second choice in Ake, right? 60 million on the left back. How much did you spend on Luke Shaw?
At the time, 30 million.
Right. Cancelo, their right back.
Yeah.
Right. How much did you spend on him?
Oh, their right. Wan-Bissaka was 50.
Right. So they spent 50 million on Walker, who is now their second string, and Cancelo was 62 million.
Yeah.
How much did you spend on De Gea? 30 million.
Yeah.
Right. How much did you spend on Edison?
How much was Edison? I actually don't know. How much was Edison?
Edison was like 50 odd million.
Okay.
But you see my point. I understand what you're saying in terms of they're not going to be starting, but at the end of the day, when you're spending that amount of money, you come with a price tag. You've got to
deliver. Yeah, and I just put it down more so as good as Leeds were. Off they had a bad day at the office. It was a bad day at the office for them. Simple as that.
Because I think Pep made some glaring mistakes. He thought the game was done at 1-0. He literally was happy.
And you know what? They should have. I can't blame Pep for that. With Dortmund in mind, I understand why he picked that team. I picked the same team.
No. I completely understand.
That team's good. Like, back to your point, what you're saying, that team is good enough to win.
No, exactly my point. Yeah. So I agree. I have no issues with him picking that team. When I say that this is on Pep, I'm talking in terms of the substitutions.
Okay, go on. Talk about the subs.
The game management.
Talk about the subs.
So he takes Ake off. He gets hooked. He takes Mendy off. He gets hooked.
Nothing there now.
Who else he takes off?
Gundogan, Foden both came on. And who came off? Ake, Mendy. Them two came off. They're the two subs. So Gundogan and Foden came on. Yeah. For Ake and Mendy.
Yeah.
Go on.
But how, at this point, you're just happy with 1-0, down to 10 men, a newly promoted team? Like, it reminded me of when we went to the Etihad and it was 1-0. Do you know what I mean? You could tell that the game was there to be won.
Yeah.
That game was there for them to win. And then it's not this case of you give. I'm not saying this whole, but like some Manchester United fans that think, if they lose to this game, if they lose the next game and we win this game, no. But you know what I mean. Like,
I get your point.
It's just unnecessary pressure.
You want to wrap it up as soon as possible.
Exactly, and you had the opportunity to wrap it up. You make a substitution for the last 10, 15 minutes of that game. You go on and win 2 and 3-1. You were happy to see the draw played out, and then it was snatched away from you because you got hit on the counter attack last minute because you weren't prepared for it. Because everyone just settled for the draw. That's poor mentality.
I hear that. You should have done a bit more, but like I said, there's bigger fish to fry. That's why I'm more. Yes, you can be criticized for it, but that's why I'm a little bit more lenient on it because I understand.
No, I understand
why you've changed it, etc.
Yeah, no, I've got no issues with him changing it. When I seen it, I thought that makes perfect sense.
Because that team should.
Exactly.
Is good enough to get a win against it.
Point.
They should have.
And that's my whole point with it is you shouldn't downplay Leeds when they should be good enough to get a result.
They should have. They should have. Yeah, they should have done better. They should have done better. Definitely, they should have done better. 100%. But yeah, go on. What next result do you want to go on to?
I could go either way because VAR is getting a whole clip from me.
All right, let's start VAR then. Whatever VAR decision you speak about, we'll talk about that game after you spoke about the VAR decision.
Well, right. So we'll start off with we'll go to the Liverpool game, right?
All right, let's go Liverpool then. Let's do that. Let's go to Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 1.
First and foremost, Liverpool showed me something which I've not seen since before Christmas, which was bottle in terms of when it's the last 10, 15 minutes of the game to go on and win the game. Fluidity. Firmino was excellent. One of his best games he's had this season. He was just pulling strings, and when you see Firmino getting stick for not scoring goals, when he puts in them kind of performances, I don't care, and Liverpool fans don't care. But the problem for the past 18 months is them performances have been few and far between, so it stands out a lot more. I liked the setup, although I don't think Gini Wijnaldum should have been anywhere near it.
Why should Wijnaldum have not been there?
He was a disgrace away at Real Madrid.
Was he that bad? We gonna get onto the Champions League as well. We gonna discuss the Champions League.
And you know what? One thing which doesn't get talked about enough, right, is you look at Greenwood, you look at Rashford, look at Trent, Foden. What do they have in common? They're all young. And we're not just talking like 25, 26. We'll talk 21, 22, 23 years. They're young footballers, nowhere near their peak.
Yeah.
And specifically, you look at Rashford and Trent in terms of what they've achieved so far. Rashford, with the way he broke onto the scene and the goals that he scored in, the expectations. Trent, in terms of the record-breaking seasons and the trophies that he's won in the finals that he's been in and the accolades that he's picked up. UEFA Champions League Team of the Season, Player of the Season, etc., etc. We in England, specifically in terms of the fans and the media as well, is we like to write players off in terms of a couple of bad performances. That's
what we do. We boost up players we'll go over the top with them when they have a couple good performances, and we'll do the opposite when they have bad games.
But this is where I understand what you're saying, but you look at Rashford and Trent, there's nothing to overhype. What they are delivering in terms of how can you overhype them to when you look at what they've done?
No, you can. Here's the thing though, well, that's where people make it bad because you can deliver and still be overhyped. You can be one of the best players in the world and still get overhyped. Like I've seen Manchester United fans, and this is me as a United fan, I rate Rashford, you know this, overhyped Rashford. Like when people start talking about, this is where the comparison will happen. Oh, he's got more goals than Cristiano Ronaldo at this stage. Don't put him in that bracket because that's unfair to him.
Nah, you see,
that's very unfair. Like people, I don't know if it's because people weren't there, don't realize what Ronaldo did for Manchester United.
No, but at the same time, it's literally just highlighting what an unbelievable achievement Rashford's doing, and to do it at that stage in his career is unbelievable. So it's like, and for me, Trent, right, wasn't good against Real Madrid at all.
Oh, he was awful.
Was not good. The first goal is his
big up JV in the cut also. He'll be back soon, hopefully, people. Like I said, he's here, he's in the cut.
So the first goal is his fault against Real Madrid. So Toni Kroos picks the ball up 20 yards outside of his box.
Yeah.
And you've got Robertson, Kabak, Phillips in a perfect line. Now, Mendy presses on really high.
Yeah.
So Trent's thinking, I'm worried about that. So he moves 5-6 yards over to the right, leaves a gap between him and Phillips. And you see Vinicius just stand a couple of yards off him, but in the middle of that gap. He tucks in. Vinicius doesn't get that run. He doesn't control the ball with his chest and he doesn't score. There's no goal to be had. That's just him switching off. The header, I understand. The technique was wrong. I understand why he tried to do the header because he's done it a few times this season. It's just he headed it wrong and it just went the wrong way, right? What I seen from this man in this game was a reaction in terms of how much he's been criticised over the past couple of months, how badly the stats come that he can't defend, even though I've pulled up the stats to prove that defensively he's been better than the likes of Reece James, Kyle Walker, etc. this season in terms of 1v1 and everything like that. Trent's biggest issue is, and I'm going to be completely honest because I watched this game and I'm going to highlight something in a second, is he switches off. That's his biggest issue. He completely switches off. Once he cuts that out of his game, he will be absolutely fine. He needs to stop switching off in key moments. And you come on to this game, and like I said, it was a standout performance in terms of Liverpool. Because you've seen it. For the past 6 months, whenever Liverpool have gone to go down, I've not felt confident we're going to get back into it because Sky Sports did a stat which showed Liverpool's shot conversion over the past, I can't remember how many games, but I think it might have been since January, to be honest. And it is not only is it the worst in the Premier League, it is one of the worst I've ever seen. It was like 0.7%.
What?
Shot conversion, 0.7%.
Big up Firmino, no goals.
No. That's the thing. He's not even been playing in it.
Right, so who's it? Mane and Salah. Mane's form has really fell off.
I'm gonna come on to Mane at some point because, oh Lord have mercy. It's a strange one. Look, here it is. So, shot conversion rate at home, lowest in 2021. So we've had 113 shots, 1 goal, which is 0.9% conversion. Fulham, 106, 3 goals, 2.8. Everton, 75 shots, 6.7. And West Brom, 53, 4 goals, 7.5%. So that's the reason why we've been losing goals or why we've been losing games. You go to the Burnley game, Origi has that opportunity. You go to the Brighton game, we had opportunities. We have had opportunities. We've just not been clinical enough. We've not been putting them away. So you see this game, right? And they go 1-0 up. And it was a pretty even game up until they go 1-0 up. It's just, I mean, look at this. Big mistake. That's what's been costing us. That's last season. That nestles into the back of that.
Who made that mistake? Was that Mings?
Yeah, Tyrone Mings.
That's awful.
But look, that's not just any kind of finish. You roll it under him, it's a goal. Salah,
just curl it around him.
Salah last season buries that. And that's my issue. Is we've not been potent in front of goal. And yes, the defence is absolutely ridiculed. And yes, we know about the injuries, but this is also a massive factor into the reason why we've not been winning games. And it's like that. This is just, it's poor. Like, look at that challenge from Wijnaldum. What is that?
Stroll's not having it.
No, because he did the same thing at Real Madrid. He was slow. He slowed everything down. And what kind of a challenge is that? What pressure are you putting on the midfield man there? Really? There's none. Good finish. I like Watkins. Alisson should do better.
Good finish, yeah.
Right. But look, so this is my issue right here, right?
Come.
So, Jota picks the ball up. Good play. Converted. Good finish by Firmino. Under tough circumstances, for him, that's a tough finish, right? We then see this VAR nonsense. And I mean nonsense. And I can't stress how much it's starting to drive me insane. Because I'll show you the picture. At no point on God's green earth is Jota offside. At no point. I refuse to accept it. Honestly, it's actually getting petulant now. And it's getting to the point where I fully understand why VAR is due to be taken off us. Right? So I'm just going to... So that was given as offside.
Yeah, that's a joke.
No. Just look. Because what's the first thing you notice?
Is that his hand? This is arm.
No. Look, what's the first thing you notice with that picture? What's wrong with that picture? Look at the line that they drew to prove he's offside. Is that line straight?
Yeah, don't even look straight. Is that even on number 4? I don't know who number 4 is. Number 4's foot. Or is it Conte? Is that even on his foot? You don't even look like it's on his foot. So, well, he's the last line of the. Yeah, that's wild still. That's wild.
So the line that they drew to prove that it's going from his shirt sleeve is apparently offside. He's nowhere near offside. And it's like, when you start getting decisions like that, and then you get Bamford pointing and you get given offside for that, like, you should just go from where his feet are.
Yeah.
And you should just go back to the rule. And honestly, if you go from where the feet are, we do not have these petulant decisions. We do not have these issues. I just want to pause this a sec. All right, so that's a disgrace. And I'm going to come on to VAR in the other game because honestly, they're really starting to grind me down. It's every week. So this is the 92nd minute.
Liverpool not having it.
Liverpool need to win this game to keep our hopes of the top 4. Right? Yeah. Trent picks the ball up at right back, goes on a unbelievable run, and you see him dart into the box as you've just seen, and then he's the one that ultimately plays the cross, and it lands to Shaqiri.
Yeah.
Good play between Thiago and Shaqiri.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was gutted Thiago didn't score. Right?
Good stop. That was a good strike. Good stop.
Now Trent.
Yeah, this is a strike.
When you've got Gareth Southgate in the stands watching, and you deliver this.
Okay, which is good from...
No. Wait. I'm going to come on to the other bit in a second.
Go on.
I said that he switches off, right? And I'm not just saying this. Reece James doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka doesn't do that. He was a much better defender. I've said this from day one. The 2 defenders that should be going is Trent and Wan-Bissaka.
To me, you know what? We just complicating... Not we, because we are England fans, but complicating simple matters. To me, you just play Trent as a wing back.
And this is how many times...
That solves it. To me, he's not... And you play Wan-Bissaka right-sided centre-back, or you can play Kyle Walker as a right-sided centre-back.
Kyle Walker's a red card and a penalty waiting to happen. Is he not?
What I'm saying is, I think you know what? When I've seen him play for England there, he's played well there to me. I don't remember him when he got to the World Cup semis. I know they didn't play the best opposition, but he did a job there with his pace. I'm saying I would personally play Wan-Bissaka there. And then you get the best of both worlds.
Because
you solve it.
Because here's the thing, right? Because I play 3 at the back for my team.
Yeah.
If one of the wing backs goes, your third side centre back goes to right back, 2 centre backs go across, and you go to a flat back 4.
Yeah.
And you just revert and swing it each way.
Yeah.
So defensively, you're always sound.
Yeah.
You can do that for England. Once trends go forward, Wan-Bissaka just goes into his position, which is right back. And you got a back 4 and you're perfectly fine and safe.
This.
So
basically what you're saying is we should manage England, but go on, carry on.
Trent does this, right? And it's an unbelievable finish. And like I said, there's not many people that can pull that out, especially when you look at the difficulty of the finish, because I've got the behind angle.
Yeah, it's a quality finish, that.
My issue is this. 30 seconds later, Aston Villa go on to the attack.
Yeah.
Right? So here's Trent. I can't remember if it's Trezeguet or whoever comes on. It's El Ghazi. That's it, El Ghazi. Trent switches off. El Ghazi gets the run, gets the header. He's 8 yards out and he's in the middle of the goal. If he headers the ball, if that's Watkins, if that's Andy Carroll, if that's Benteke, if that's Cavani, it's 2-2. My issue is he's switching off. He switched off for the Real Madrid goal. He switched off in terms of the header that he tried to play back. That's the only thing he needs to cut out. Within a matter of 60 seconds, you've seen the brilliance of Trent and the weakness of Trent.
Yeah.
And that's the issue.
Yeah.
And I can understand why.
How did Trent do? I didn't watch the game in full. How did Trent do defensively? So minus what you just said there, he was good defensively, just in general, minus that.
Yeah, he was solid. But he switched off at that point a few times. And it's the same
because Ryan's saying here we were the better team against Villa. I thought I actually felt we were going to come back when we went 1-0 down. Didn't feel like that in the past few home games. He's a Liverpool fan for people that don't know. JV saying Ginny has his mind elsewhere. VAR is dead in the thing, fam. He said back in the day Trent would be a right midfielder. To me, he screams wing back. Screams wing back. If England want to take him, I personally would take him. See that? So I'm not always United biased. I'd take him and Wan-Bissaka and play a back 3. That to me, that just makes sense because then you solve the issues that Trent has defensively and you solve the issues Wan-Bissaka has going forward. You get the best out of both worlds.
Exactly.
I don't understand why Southgate can't see that. I don't understand why other people can't. This whole should Trent go on. Trent to me is just not a right back. That's just not me being I don't think he's a right back in a team that's not going to dominate the ball. If you're going to dominate the ball, like Liverpool have done in the past 2 years and winning the Premier League and the Champions League back to back, cool. If you're gonna be defending more, you're going away to Real Madrid. I don't want to see Trent as a right back, or you're not going against Cruz and Modric in midfield. It's not against them, but the way they can pick passes.
Yeah. But it was like, so like I said, you've seen the excellence and the brilliance of Trent, but honestly, the decision is just.
Ryan saying, Stroll, what was worse, the Firmino goal the other day disallowed or the Henderson goal against Everton earlier on the season?
Oh, the Henderson one. But no, but they're both the same. So there was a stat that came out that Liverpool, since VAR come in, have had the most goals taken off them because of VAR.
VAR,
double more than any other Premier League team.
Yeah.
Which I don't have an issue with, right? Because as long as you come to the right decision. But when you see Mane's at Everton, where he's ruled offside and Henderson puts it away, when you see Firmino at Aston Villa last season, when it's clear manipulation in terms of the line, when you see the Leicester goal that was given, and I shown you and JV that blue line, what that blue line's for to prove anyone's else, there's no one there, so what's the blue line for? And then you see that Jota one, when you can clearly see he's not offside. Did they have to just overcomplicating things for the sake of it? Just go with, if his feet are offside, it's offside. Go with that. Then you don't have the issue with because what's the one thing that everyone's kicking off at? It's the line with the shoulder in terms of from the armpit. Yes or no?
I hear you.
So if you go from
where... You know what? They've completely baffled me. I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on anymore.
So what they're saying is, any part of the body you can score with, if that's in an offside position, it's offside, yeah? So for example, my feet are onside, my body, my chest is onside. Yeah. I'm pointing, like Patrick Bamford did away at Crystal Palace. I want the ball there. As I point from there, and they go down, and it's offside, that's given offside. That's not offside.
It's wild.
Yeah, but so this is my point. So then I was annoyed at VAR anyway.
Yeah, we know you're not VAR's biggest fan.
And then I seen the Manchester United game. And I thought, surely VAR.
Lovely segue. By the way, West Brom are 3-0 up against Southampton. Big Sam, the big escape is on. We'll go and carry on. And we'll discuss that towards the end of the show, as well as the Champions League, where I called everything spot on, but we move.
I
called every result spot on. Look at Joe. Why are you hating? Look at you in it. This bitter guy because I called it straight on in it. But go ahead.
Are we on the Champions League now?
No, we're not in it, but we'll get to that. We'll go back to the Premier League in it.
After the Jota incident and Firmino's goal given offside, and it's just like a culmination of every mistake. You think surely VAR can't get any more embarrassing. And then I seen the Manchester United Tottenham game. First and foremost, 3 of the same fouls. Pogba and Aurier, Rashford, and then McTominay on Son. Now, out of all 3 of them, the worst one, which could have resulted in an actual red card, was Pogba's on Aurier.
Okay.
That looks dangerous. It was poor.
He was discussing this because, but again, that's Nuruddin was talking about this. Salute to Nuruddin, salute to Aaron. We was all on Side TV, Straight Jacket podcast, because he's not extended his elbow, he's lent.
It's nice.
And because he's 6'3", 6'4", and Aurier's smaller, if Aurier's his size, he's just hitting his chest or his side.
It's still bad.
It's weird. I don't think so.
I've seen red cards get given for that.
And I think that's wrong. That's ridiculous.
No, but what I'm saying is the 3 of them that was the worst was Pogba's, right? Nothing gets given. VAR doesn't even check it. Right, you then go to Rashford. Once again, VAR checked it, didn't give anything.
Yeah.
Then you come on to McTominay's, where you can clearly see all these. You see Son try to grab him at first.
Yeah.
So then you see McTominay try and hold him off because he's trying to make the run.
Yeah.
Yes, he catches Son in the face.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we doing?
Stroll's not having it.
No. Seriously, what are we doing?
Stroll's not having it.
Right. No. But this is a hypocrisy, right? Of this game.
Yeah.
Because you see that McTominay incident there.
Hey, just have to give praise to the ball from Pogba through the legs of Aurier and then the finish from Cavani. So give credit
you see
for
that McTominay incident there, right? I'm going to show you something in a second, which is mind-blowing. I don't even think you've noticed it yet, right? But just going back onto that. Yeah. The ball from Pogba, the composure to wait to play that pass.
Yep.
Not many midfielders have that kind of composure in that kind of area.
Facts.
Cavani's movement, he leaves Dyer for dead.
Yep.
And the finish.
Quality through the legs.
But that's what you know you're going to get out from Cavani.
Yeah, but back to that is a shocking, just let me pause, that shocking decision. Yes, big up, big S in the building and that. You know what I'm saying? What you saying? You good? Excellent, man, excellent.
No. So,
go on.
Leave the McTominay decision because there's another incident.
Oh, you want to go
highlight which goes onto my point that I'm making, right? What? I was so frustrated in terms of my fantasy football for that. Right. I've got Harry Kane as captain.
Yeah.
Once Harry Kane plays that pass into Mora,
Yeah.
why are you then squaring it? You put your foot through that and you score yourself. You're in a great position. You
I
can
can't
score
say
from
that.
there.
I can't say he made the wrong decision because they scored the goal.
I can.
I'm. You know what? There at that angle, true say I'm not an attacker. I'm probably doing the same. I'm squaring that. If I'm playing on FIFA, I'm squaring that.
Right. Is this your second goal?
I'm playing on FIFA. One second. Let me. I can't. Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
You can score from there.
you can, but I can't blame Mora for passing it.
No, you can't. But
Yeah.
I'm just frustrated. Right. Is this
Go
your
on.
second goal?
Yeah. No, because Greenwood's not on the pitch yet, so this isn't the second goal.
Right. Okay.
It's a good move though. Look at that. Boom.
Oh no,
boom.
it's Fred.
But
That
is the Fred one.
that is an unbelievable move. But once again, look who's involved. Cavani.
Yeah.
Right at the centre of it in terms. Look at his movement. He's ran behind Eric Dyer. So Eric Dyer doesn't even realise he's there.
Eric Dyer just Eric Dyer.
Just rewind it a sec. If you watch his movement specifically, right, he starts off to the left of Eric Dyer on his shoulder, yeah?
Look.
The movement he makes, he goes behind Eric Dyer so he can't see him in his eye line.
Yeah, look, because he's there and he can't see it, yeah?
And watch the movement. He goes in and behind him, yeah? Makes the little arching run. And look, Eric Dyer doesn't know that he's there.
No clue.
There's no way that the defender can set at that point because even the fullback that's trying to cover in doesn't know he's there either.
Facts. Look. And Fred with the 10 out of 10 knee slide on the celebration.
It's an unbelievable movement. And that is what you get. Two goals. One of them is disallowed, but the movement of Cavani is evident there. It is stunning.
Yeah.
Right. Is this the second one?
No.
Right. Because I'm just waiting for a point.
Yeah, it's cool. Good strike. That's a very good strike from Bruno and a very good save from Lloris.
Yeah,
Lloris gets a lot of credit, but overall, very good, just overall play there. Great strike. I'm thinking that's going in.
Oh, yeah.
That's a very good save. I'm thinking that's going in.
But you see the frustrations that Tottenham fans and most football fans have with Bruno. I mean, with
what a ball and what a goal that is. That is ridiculous.
That header.
That is ridiculous.
That header.
Ridiculous. Look at that. The Megs from Bruno. Look at the cross. That's a delightful cross. That is delightful.
That's what you call on a plate.
Yeah, that's delightful.
That is on a plate for him. That is honestly, it's an unbelievable cross.
And then the world class defending.
Honestly, like you don't expect that kind of defending. It's a strange header from Pogba.
Yeah, but then look at the defending from Cavani.
Yeah. Right. Is this the second one?
Yes.
Pause it. No.
Oh wait. Oh look, Højbjerg.
Paused it right at the point.
Højbjerg just.
No. Watch Pogba's left hand.
Okay.
Watch Pogba's left hand.
All right, let's see this.
He does the exact same thing.
He did the exact same thing.
He done the exact same thing that McTominay did.
He did.
So it's either you don't rule them both out, which you shouldn't have anyway, or if you rule McTominay's out, you also rule that one out as well.
Yeah, you got. That's a very valid point.
The inconsistency in this is a disgrace. He literally does the exact, and it hits Højbjerg in his face. What are we doing?
Yeah,
you can't give one without the other. None of them ever should have been ruled off.
Yeah,
it's awful.
Yeah, the inconsistencies is ridiculous.
It's in the same game. The exact same motion. 3 of them you let go, and 1 of them you didn't. What are we doing? This is why VAR is not working in the Premier League. This is why VAR was going to be taken off.
And you know how much that Stroll dislikes VAR because he's here talking about a game that Manchester United won where they benefited from VAR decisions. So that's how you know it's genuine. I'm just letting people know that your dislike for VAR is genuine from the heart.
From one,
yeah,
but you should have benefited from the other one because how
you give. You're right. That Pogba one is the exact same as the McTominay. In that sense, it's the exact same. And
the only difference is that Højbjerg doesn't go down. So what you're now basically saying is the one issue that most managers, that most fans, the most players have had for the past 10 years is players going down too easy. What VAR is now doing is now giving players an excuse and basically telling them you have to go down to get anything. Right? Welbeck, Brighton against us. If he doesn't go down, they don't get that penalty. Salah, numerous times this season, if he doesn't go down, he doesn't get the penalty. Mane's been clipped 5 times in the box for crying out loud. One of them, Carl Darlow, the Newcastle keeper, as he's stepping over him, he held on to his leg so he couldn't tap the ball in. Nothing was given because he didn't go down. So what you're basically saying is you have to go down, and that's the issue with VAR. It's so inconsistent when that's in the same game, for crying out loud.
See, JV saying that's only not given a foul because we scored. Are you talking about the Greenwood one? Which foul are you talking about, JV? Let us know. Zane says, flawless. You sweaty guy, now we know your FIFA tactics. Facts, I'm squaring out FIFA. All day long, I'm squaring out
one
FIFA.
Of them.
One of them, what? A goal is a goal at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm squaring out in FIFA. Oh, the McTominay one he's talking about. Yeah, I get your point still. He's talking about the McTominay one. That's never a foul in a million years. Let me look in the camera. Never a foul.
No, but I get that. But
One.
The same foul, supposed foul, see the in brackets because it's never a foul. The same supposed foul Pogba does.
Yeah.
And it results in a goal as well. So what are you doing? You've just made yourselves look embarrassed.
Yep.
It's embarrassing at this point. It's awful. Yeah. Like, how is this inconsistent in the same game? It doesn't make any sense.
Because it shows the levels of the officiating. We know the officials are not good. VAR is not the problem. It's the use of VAR. Because VAR should help. You get to see tackles, challenges, whatever, from all different angles.
But these men are on like 40, 50 grand. You honestly telling me you look side by side, they're the exact same foul, and you don't come up with the same.
This is how bad the officials are, though.
No,
bad.
That's not just bad officials. You need to go back to school, Sunshine. What are we doing? Like, how have you got a job that's paying that amount of money when you clearly
shows not having it?
No, because honestly, it's the same foul, and you come to two different decisions in the same game. What are we doing? How are you sat there in Stockley Park making these decisions? Who put you in charge of these decisions?
Yeah, you got a point still. You got a point, fam.
And this is why in the World Cup you didn't see any English referees. Yep. Why? Because they are utter disgrace. Yep. They are not good enough. Yep. Honestly.
Show got his VAR on. But yeah, back to the actual game as well. VAR, man said Sunshine, Yeah. JV saying, flawless. I can't play you on FIFA. Why not, man?
Yeah, no.
I'm saying, why? So I'm supposed to shoot and miss to help you out?
No, because it's
what? What's the rules?
Come on.
It's a goal. What's the rule? Because I square it across the board. What's the rule?
No, come on now.
What?
I've watched players play online.
Yeah. And
do that kind of jolt and people have quit.
So you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen?
No, it's one word.
What is it?
Scumbag.
Wiley, man said, man, that's a pro goal violation and that.
There it is.
I said Sunshine. But yeah, we're going to get onto this guy because JV says, Pogba showed levels. Let me say this. Paul Labille Pogba. Let me look in the camera when I say this. Paul Labille Pogba. We look in the other camera when I say this. We got hella cameras right now. So cashing out right now. You know what I'm saying? Spending all the cash. Paul Labille Pogba. Let me look into the webcam up top. Paul Labille Pogba. Everybody who's listening to this, I want everybody's disrespect. You know what I'm saying? No, I want everyone's apologies to be as loud as the disrespect. Because the criticism this guy receives is nuts. And the thing is, yesterday, I don't even think he was 10-10. I don't even think he was 9 out of 10, but he was still a cut above everybody on that football pitch. We spoke about the pass for the Cavani goal that was ruled offside. Not only to make a defender while you're doing that, to weigh the pass as well in that fashion.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's ridiculous, the technique and just the awareness to do that. Most attacking players picking up the ball there are either looking to bend it round the defender to shoot or score, or looking to pass it to their right. No one's thinking legs and a through. This guy played a through ball over 5 yards through a defender's legs. That's not normal.
No, but this is what I'm saying. If that's De Bruyne doing that, that's clipped up by Sky Sports, that's assisted a season, that's this, and that. It's the vision.
Mm-hmm.
Awareness. The vision, the awareness, the cheek to even attempt to pull it off. Ridiculous. And then not only just to attempt to pull it off, to actually pull it off, and the weight of pass to the point where Cavani doesn't need to break stride. But it's the composure I liked more than anything. The fact that he waited for the right opportunity to release the pass.
Yeah, shimmied.
I've seen midfielders in those kind of positions lose possession. I've seen him panic. I've seen him shoot. The IQ of Paul Pogba as a footballer.
JV said Sky Sports would be sniffing De Bruyne's socks if he did that. But go on,
the vision of Pogba in just to be able to pull it off, like the football IQ from this man. And I'm the first to understand why Pogba at times, a key word there, at times gets criticised, because it's like I said, Pogba's still young, right? So it's like I said, people are quick to write off into completely banished players, right? So it's like you look at Rashford, Trent, Pogba specifically, right? Everyone wants to look at the flaws. Specifically, and don't get me wrong, there are flaws in all of them which they need to improve. Trent needs to improve his not switching off and his defending. Rashford needs to improve in terms of his overall finishing. Do you know what I mean? Like his finishing's great, but there's some finishes which are very suspect and questionable. Pogba is, and this is one thing I don't want to take away from Pogba, is I don't want him to turn into a English midfielder in terms of a Mark Noble type, a James Milner type. In terms, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you still want the brilliance of Paul Pogba, but what you do need from him is just get stuck in a bit, just be like, do you know what I mean? Get involved, like break play up, work harder than what he has been. And I'm not just talking every game, but when you start seeing like Sky Sports doing stats of how much he's walking, like what we're doing, like you are genuinely trying to ruin a player's career.
You are definitely, because like I said, when that stat, and I remember I was with my uncle and we was debating it, and I said, you see that stat that Sky Sports have pulled up, you will never see that stat again for any other player. And we've never seen it since.
And that's my problem.
We haven't seen it since.
But what you don't talk about is in the biggest game in football, a World Cup final, he's not the captain. The manager doesn't talk. The captain doesn't talk. Who's the one that's leading the troops? Who's the one that's motivating everyone? It's Paul Pogba.
Facts.
The man that walks about on the pitch.
Yep.
Did he or did he not score in the World Cup final?
Yes.
So half the people that are pundits who are criticising him, one, haven't probably even been to a World Cup because of the country that they're playing for. And second, have never even thought about scoring in a World Cup final unless you're playing on FIFA. The levels of this man is unbelievable. And the one thing I didn't like, and this is coming from a Liverpool fan, is when you like Henderson, Pogba, who would you have? The two different types of midfielders. Yeah. Obviously, for the work rate, you're going to pick Jordan Henderson. Yeah. If we're talking technical ability, it's not even close. It never would be close.
And the thing is, one's an attacking midfielder, and one's more of a workhorse of a midfielder.
But do you see the point that I made initially when I don't want him to turn into English types of midfielders? That's exactly what
hard yards.
No, exactly. So it was literally, it's you railroading someone down the road and then they can't get out. Yeah. So you're literally railroading Paul Pogba down this road as if to say he doesn't have the work rate, and then you're comparing him to one of the hardest working English midfielders in the Premier League, which doesn't make any sense.
I'm not fussed. We've seen, and this is not to bring it back to Liverpool Madrid, we've seen, you spoke on the game when you got beat by Madrid, the 3-1 game just recently, how good Modric and Kroos were. They aren't workhorses.
Because they've got Casemiro behind him.
Yeah, that's my whole point. So if
you give Pogba and Ndidi behind him, what we're talking about now?
That's my point. Or even as you've seen on the weekend, he's got a Fred behind him and McTominay. And he's playing from the left. But even though he's playing from the left, he had a free role. That's what you do with Pogba. Attacking midfielder.
And this is where Solskjaer deserves credit.
Go on.
The substitution of Greenwood, excellent.
Yeah.
Unbelievable substitution. But he played Pogba in a position which Pogba knows very, very well in terms of his Juventus days. Because when he was playing at Juventus, he was in the left of the diamond, but he had a free role because he had Pirlo.
Yeah, and Vidal.
Behind him.
Yep.
So although McTominay and Fred aren't of that caliber, they will still do a job.
Yeah, the more that type.
They will keep it solid and they will work hard. So that gives Pogba the freedom to go wherever he wants. You see Pogba picking up positions on the right.
Yes.
You see Pogba picking up positions behind the striker. The goal for Greenwood comes from him coming in off the left in a free roll, and he just roams, plays an unbelievable pass.
Past Højbjerg, shifted past Dial, and then played into him. But and then Greenwood span Regulon.
Pogba is one of them players where you build a system and the team around him.
Of course.
He's that talent.
Yes.
You don't go and let me just, when I say lead, and everyone's like, oh, but he didn't manage to watch the clip of him in that dressing room at half time or even before the game, how he leads that team. Yeah. They are literally every second of every word that he's saying, they are hooked on it. That's a leader.
Yes.
You don't want that in your dressing room, because he dances about a bit and you don't like it because he dyes his hair a couple of colours. This man is one of the most talented midfielders I've seen in the past 10, 15 years.
Oh, without question.
So it's like you build a team around him, and I'm sick to death of the criticism. That game, like you said, wasn't a 10-10 performance. No. But what he did was the impact he had on that game.
Yeah. He was a cut above. He was a cut above, and that's what we want from him. But then again, like you said, that goes into him having a free role. You give him a free role. You don't restrict him. You don't use him as a utility player. You don't play him wide on the right, or you play wide on the left or holding midfielder.
Management of him.
Yeah, and that's down to
look at Salah.
Yeah.
And this is why Liverpool have fell short this season in terms of, because we're not had Henderson.
Yeah.
Salah doesn't help Trent. So Trent's always exposed. Henderson helps Trent.
Yes. That's my point. I've said this for the longest.
So we built the system around Salah.
I've never seen Salah track a fullback ever.
Exactly, but
I've never seen Salah.
That's never talked about because he's got Henderson behind him doing his dirty work.
Because it's a team game. This is what I always say. There's 11.
Exactly. So the fact that you then highlight Paul Pogba for not doing similar stuff to Salah when we've created a system which helps Salah.
JV got a great point. He says, "Do you think in Serie A they were comparing Gattuso and Pirlo?" Exactly. No. We just spoke about Pogba in his Juventus days. Pirlo and Vidal are not the same player. You wouldn't compare those two. But they both do a job. They all three of them complemented each other because they're all different.
Exactly.
They're all different.
And then you have Marquisio in the mix as well, who's another completely different midfielder.
This is the point. And this is why it's a team game. But people want Pogba. I've said this, want him to do everything. They want him to defend, keep clean sheets, do the hard yards, tackle. They want him to get the ball from the centre-backs and create. But they also want him to play in the 10 and be playing through balls. But they also want him on the end of everything as a 9, innit? They want 40 goals and 40 assists every season from him.
Yeah, but
it's ridiculous.
But this is what I don't understand with football fans. I am the biggest Liverpool fan. I don't, historically, I've never liked Manchester United.
Feelings mutual.
You look at Paul Pogba. Now, I say this because in terms of the system that we play, he wouldn't get into our midfield because it's workmanlike.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We've always said that Liverpool need a creative midfielder next. It's too workmanlike, yeah?
Yes.
That's why Pogba, whenever you ask Liverpool fans, wouldn't get in. Just in terms of the system alone.
Yeah, because it's Klopp, it's the way Klopp wants to play.
Talent, he's the first name on that pitch.
Yeah.
He walks into every other Premier League team.
I've said this.
He walks into every team in Europe. PSG walks straight in there.
Yeah.
There's a reason Zidane has argued to try and get him at Real Madrid. Imagine Pogba under Zidane, because Zidane would set a system up. Look at the system. He's got with Cruz and Modric.
Yeah.
He's got Casemiro and Valverde behind him. You two just go and dictate the game. You two go do what you want. We'll take care of this behind.
Facts.
You just go do that. They've compensated for Marcelo constantly bombing forward because they've had a system in place.
Yep.
You put Pogba in that midfield, game over.
Yeah. It's facts. You've not told one lie. You haven't told one lie. But yeah, United won. Obviously with City losing. Leicester also losing. West Ham winning. Chelsea won. Liverpool winning. So a pretty much good weekend for everybody apart from Leicester City. Because the top 4 race, as the title says, is heating up.
They're
not bottling it. What did I say? I said they're dropping. I said the top 4 is going to be City, United, Chelsea, Liverpool. I said this. I called this months ago. I said this. Said it months. There's a whole agenda FC of me saying this. That the league's done. The top 4 will be this. And the bottom 3 will be this. The only thing I've changed on is what the bottom 3 will be.
Well, I think...
Because the bottom 3 at the time is what it is now.
This is a perfect segue to go into the Leicester game because there's a few points on what I talked about.
Go on.
When you see...
And I can't say they bottled it simply because if you look at, do they have a better team than Manchester City? No. Do they have a better team than Manchester United? I don't believe so. Do they have a better team than Chelsea? No. Do they have a better team than Liverpool? To me, no. So I can't say they bottled it.
Currently. With our injuries, currently.
Yeah. All right, but it's still, even if it is, it's still close is what I'm saying. So I can't say but to me, I can't say Leicester are bottling it because if they finish in the top 4, that's an overachievement. So I can't say you bottled an overachievement unless you're, 3 games to go. I know you need as a point and you get beat all 3 games. That's that type of thing because obviously context matters. But I'm looking at Leicester, like if they finish 5th and get to a FA Cup final, whether they win or lose, that's still a very good season for them. Europa League again, they'll invest again, they play good. So I suppose I'd have to ask a Leicester fan, shout out Neil, who I know who's a Leicester fan, and they seem pretty happy, to be honest. You get the odd clown who somehow don't like Rodgers, but yeah, that's my point.
But the thing, right, so going on to this game, what is it with West Ham trying to throw away 3-goal leads? Like, I just don't get it.
Just making it interesting.
Arsenal, Wolves, making it interesting. This game, but
go on.
There's a certain man that was deemed not good enough for Manchester United.
Yeah, here we go.
There's a certain man that will be one of the first names on the plane to the Euros.
Yeah.
The impact this guy has had and the types of goals, different types of finishes. The finish in this game, the first one, is unbelievable. What a ridiculous finish.
Man, like Lionel Jesse.
But it's like you look at West Ham, there's no Antonio, who's their talisman.
Mm-hmm.
Missing players.
No Rice.
They're 2 key players in that starting 11. And Lingard just ran the game for fun. I mean, look at him. He's picking up picking up pockets of space. He's just running, and because what has David Moyes done in this team? He has set a system up where you will get what a finish.
What a strike!
Is a joke of a finish.
What a strike that is.
But
confident player though that is, because
Yeah.
I think if this same situation happens and he's in a Manchester United shirt, he doesn't try and shoot there.
Because who's that down to?
He's not trying to shoot there. The manager.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't try and. There's no way, because it's not even like it's a great pass. He's definitely not trying to shoot there.
Look at that for a finish.
No chance. Is he trying to shoot there? Confident.
But my point is this, right? Is David Moyes has put a system in place which will get the best out of Lingard.
Yeah, definitely, without question. Look at him just.
But you see him there. He's the third. Look at the position he's in.
Yeah, he's high up the pitch.
He shouldn't be that high up the pitch,
Yeah.
but because he's got the freedom of the Soychek and the people behind him to do the dirty work, he's been given that freedom,
Facts.
and it's paying off. They're now in fourth. They are now sat in fourth place.
London's claret and blue, but we're gonna get onto that. Let me have a look here at the table quickly. So yeah, they are fourth. You're correct. Yeah, you're correct. Here's look, good football as well. It's a good goal.
It's great football.
That's a very good goal. This really is just Everton revamped.
Yeah.
This is Moyes' team. JV called it straight. This is Merseyside Blue for those that know about Pro Evo. This is literally it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Good finish as well. But yeah, back to Leicester. I can't say they're bottling it, no. But I don't believe either of these two sides will finish in the top four. But if they finish fifth and say they both finish fifth and sixth, that's incredible seasons for them. That's overachievement for West Ham. Yeah, they was planning to go down. Like, minus Pep, Moyes is in with a shout for manager of the season. Without question. Without question. That's a great strike. He's another player in form. Another player in form. Ian Nacho.
You don't get bought by Manchester City unless you show something.
Yeah.
And you just never got given the opportunity. But this is what I'm saying. If you give players like this a run of games, that he doesn't even look.
Yeah.
He just turns and hits it.
Yeah. But you know what that is? Back to the Jesse one. Confidence.
Yeah, no.
Don't even look, just turn and hit.
Yeah, but confidence, yeah, you get confidence on the pitch, but confidence comes
What a
from
ball
manager.
that is. Oh, Lord, the best. What a ball that is.
Yeah, that
from
pass is.
Tillemans. What a ball. That is incredible. Like, that should have been a goal. Like, that pass is that round the corner. Great goalkeeping as well,
Oh,
actually.
it's an unbelievable save.
Great goalkeeping.
Unbelievable
But yeah,
save.
Tillemans a baller still. Jeez.
Even that there.
Yeah, great pass. Look at the way he's just weighed it up. Good finish as well. Again, Ian Nacho, first time, bang, confidence.
Yeah. But there was a certain notable absentees from this game.
Go on.
Maddison,
Yeah.
Perez, Cowdrey,
Yeah.
and apparently they went to house party and broke COVID rules. It's like, when are you going to learn? Like,
Yeah.
But here's the thing with James Maddison: he's an unbelievable talent. You're now starting to hamper your Euro chances from doing stupid stuff like that. Like, there's only 7-8 games left of the season.
Yeah.
Grealish is going to be coming back hitting form. Foden's had an unbelievable standout season this year. You know, Henderson, if he's fit, is going to be one of the first names on that team sheet. Declan Rice is going to be one of the first names there. Mason Mount. You've fallen behind the pecking order in the midfield. Calvin Phillips. This is your opportunity. A game like that, you can run that and you get your chance in the Euros and everyone starts talking about you again.
Yep.
And
Keep going.
it's just silly. And it's like, who's managing these? And I'm not talking about Brendan Rodgers. Like, in terms of the group of people you've got around you is so important when you're a professional footballer.
Yep.
But at the same time, you're a man. You've got to make decisions yourself. And if what they're saying is correct, I'm so disappointed because it's like you have literally just wasted an opportunity to potentially go to the Euros, which is life-changing.
Yes, hopefully he gets around. Hopefully he gets his head on it and we do that. I'm not having that if Pogba was playing for a smaller club, Klopp would want him. Maybe it's a possibility. JV says, I've been telling about Jesse from day. He said people have got short memories, but United fans will say you don't need a system. I think Foden replaces Maddis for England. I hear that. Foden should definitely play. I would definitely take Foden. 1,000,000% I'm taking Foden. Like, exactly that. But yeah, top four, before we move off of it, strong, because here how it's heating up. actually the race for it's on point. So you've got United, well, we're clear now. So you got Leicester in third place on 56 points, West Ham in fourth on 55 points, Chelsea in fifth on 54 points, Liverpool in sixth on 52 points. Then you've got Spurs on 49 points, and Everton maybe eighth on only 47 points, but they have 2 games in hand. So if they win their 2 games in hand, they're a point behind Liverpool, which is crazy. No, actually, tell a lie, I got that wrong. 47-50. No, they're a point ahead of Liverpool and a point behind Chelsea. That is wild. That is wild. So City, I would say, have won the league. I think the league's done.
Oh yeah, league's well, truly.
United, I think I've already said will secure top 4. Before we move on, who do you think is finishing top 4? I reckon it's the 2 Manchester clubs, Liverpool and Chelsea. I said this from early. I think West Ham and Leicester drop out.
I think the magnitude and the manner of the result that we picked up, that's, to me, felt like a changing point. In terms of we've done something which we've not been able to do for God knows how long, which was when push came to shove last minute and we needed to. And all the cards were on the table. We actually went out and got a result. And you could just tell the relief. You look at Klopp, he was relieved. Trent relieved. Salah. To me, I think those kind of games and those kind of results can really spur you on.
Yeah.
And we've got Leeds next week. We've got United shortly after that.
May 1st.
And then the 4 games we got after that are very favourable compared to everyone else. And that's when we really need to kick into gear. But you know what? I was surprised by this result.
What, the 4-1? Why was you surprised?
Because Palace away is notoriously a tough game. And Chelsea were like 2-0 up within 20 minutes. And I was just like, what is going on here?
Havertz come in, he had a good game. That's what I hear. That's a good finish as well. That's a very good finish. That's a very good finish. Kai Havertz, give him his credit. That's a very good finish. 1,000,000%. As they get caught on the ball.
Havertz has always been one of them, notoriously. Like, even when he's buying Leverkusen games, he really kicks into gear towards right at the end of the season. Okay.
Yeah, that's a quality finish, that. And I keep hearing, I've not seen the goals. I keep hearing about his touch for one of the goals. People keep talking about one of them.
Do you know what's funny? It's this Pulisic's goal. Last season, he scored the exact same goal in the exact same place.
It's mad, that. It's crazy. Stuff repeated itself.
No, honestly, I'm not even joking. I will show you after the show. It's the exact same goal, the exact same
flash that past the goalkeeper quick.
It's the exact same finish. It's crazy.
It's mad. But Chelsea got one set spoke about Chelsea. Oh, that deserved the goal. Just flicked it over. Yeah, Havertz. Yeah. That's quality. Look at man's flicked and volleyed it like. Yeah. Like he's playing headers and volleys.
Yeah, but it's like the touch doesn't. The thing I like about him most, he doesn't break stride.
Yeah, it's mad. That's wild.
Good header.
He scores a lot of headers for them, it seems, Zuma. He's very good. He seems aerially on the threat. I mean, as an aerial threat, sorry.
He's a monster.
Yeah, he seems he is from set pieces.
Look at the jump. Like, you're not beating him in the air.
Well, but I've said this about Chelsea, though. I said this from when they got Tuchel, even before they got Tuchel. All they needed was a good manager. That was legit it. They've had one bad result against West Brom. That is it.
Yeah, but we've said this. It was like... The whole reason why, at the beginning of the season, when everyone was hyping about Chelsea, I told Chelsea fans, I told everyone, I don't see Chelsea as a threat this season purely because of Lampard.
Good header by Benteke there. It's a good header.
But put it in an area like Benteke will score them kind of goals. Yep. He's a monster in the air as well. And people underestimate how powerful he is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, Chilwell no chance.
Oh, no. It's a complete mismatch. But that's the sign of a good striker where you pull off onto the shoulder like that.
Of the fullback. Yeah, Havertz should have done better with that one, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, lack composure there because he can take another touch out of his feet and then look to finish it. But his overall play in this game, I thought he was quality.
Yeah. Good finish. That's a good finish, that. But Chelsea clicking into gear. They won 2-0 away at Porto. 4-1 bounce back after the West Brom defeat as well. They're odds on for top 4. I said it. Odds.
Oh, no. I knew Chelsea would finish in the top 4.
Yeah, top 4. They could win They could. I think, like I said, at the very start going into the Champions League, very good chance to get into the final of the Champions League with the way the draw's gone for them.
Especially now.
And FA Cup as well. I think they'll win the FA Cup. I've said this. I think they'll beat City in the semi-final because they're due one. That's what I reckon so. So, yeah, what are you saying top 4-wise? Who's your top 4 picks, Stro?
I think Chelsea are definite.
So you're saying United, City, Chelsea, who's the other one?
And then I think it's between us and Leicester.
Okay, so you're ruling out West Ham, but you're saying you and Leicester.
Yeah, I just think West Ham will just start to fade away towards the last couple of games. I just think unbelievable season, but I just think that it's going to be tough for him. Don't get me wrong, Lingard will fire him into some form, but I just think it will be tough for him to sustain it. Especially when you start losing likes of
Declan Rice,
Antonio, like it will have an impact in some big games.
Okay, no, I hear that. Let's go into what result do you want to go to next? Because we've covered City, we've covered United, Leicester, West Ham, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs. Arsenal won 3-0. Very really much to talk about. We covered Leeds. You want to go relegation?
Yeah, let's go relegation.
Let's go relegation.
Newcastle United.
Let's talk about Newcastle United. This guy in it. Let's talk about Newcastle United in it. What about them?
A result. Because
they had to win there because their results are awful, as we've discussed.
So that is, in terms of must-win game of the season, that was the biggest must-win game of the season for them, and probably one of the biggest in the Premier League because the run of games they've got coming up aren't favourable. Since in the next 2 or 3, they needed a result.
Yes,
and I thought St. Maximin was quality. And
they've got a wild card with him. He's the type of player, if he hits form for the next 7-8 games, can produce enough magic to win you points, even though I think they'll get relegated.
He's one of them in a tight game where it's 50-50. He can do something and he can get you a goal, or he can set a goal up, or he can, do you know what I mean? He can do something along those lines. But what are they? 8 points clear with a game of hand now?
I check the table now, 1 second. No, they don't have a game in hand. So all level and 26.
Talking about is West Brom.
Oh, from West Brom. Yeah, they're 8 points of West Brom. I'm telling you, West Brom won today, though. Convincingly. 3-0. What did I say last week on the show? Was it 2 weeks ago?
Last week.
Big Sam's big escape. I'm telling you. Because we went through everybody's fixtures and they look like everyone has tough fixtures and no one's going to get points. One of these teams is going to go on a run. And I think it's West Brom.
Are you confident that West Brom are safe? Or we'll get out?
Yeah, I think they'll get out. I think the great escape.
Let's put a wager.
I ain't putting. Do you think I'm backing West Brom like that? I'm not that confident in it.
That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, I'm not that confident in it.
And all the wager was going to be was something a bit fun.
All right, go on. What is it fun? I thought you were talking big money, innit? Go on. Go on.
West Brom do the escape.
Yeah.
I'll wear a United top for the whole show.
I'm not wearing a Liverpool top, so you can forget that. No chance. I'm not wearing a Liverpool top.
Why?
Chance.
Big Sam, the Messiah, the unbelievable manager, the man that's going to get them out of the relegation zone. I
do back Big Sam, but you know what I'm saying? It's not fully West Brom.
Just because you don't have to do it for half the show. Just put it on for the first couple of minutes.
I'm not putting on a Liverpool shirt. I can't do it. It's everything against me in it. That I like red in it. It's just when I see the crest, I'm just like, it just fills me with
and that's all
disgust. But that being said, it was a great result for Newcastle against Burnley. A fantastic result.
The highlights was unbelievable.
Did you see him send the cameraman the wrong way?
Oh yeah, the cameraman did not have a clue what he was doing. Like that, what? But this is what was that cameraman drinking?
The cameraman had no clue whatsoever what he was doing. But yeah, I legit do believe they get out simply because when we went through all the fixtures of all the relegation sides, everybody has tough fixtures. Yeah, I don't think Newcastle win again. We're going to go through Newcastle's results again. They had to win this because their results, they have the worst run of fixtures.
Is watching Premier League teams do a minute silence for DMX.
Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. Oh yeah, RIP DMX. We really should have started with that, man. RIP the icon that is DMX.
You know what? Newcastle played some surprisingly really good stuff in this game. You know,
it's Brucey Ball at his finest, man. Manchester United legend. Manchester United legend. People forget that. It's a good goal.
Yeah.
See, so if I scored a goal like that on FIFA, that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's defenders in the way. There's 3 of them. Whereas if it's just you bearing on goal and you've got a man to the side of you and you decide to square it, you are a scumbag.
I'm squaring it, man.
And you deserve to have your PlayStation, bro.
It's squaring it. It's square it. I'm definitely squaring it. Just having a look at the highlights here.
And you know what?
Yeah, did he give that? No,
which is another. It's how high. Look how high his foot is.
Yeah, how have they not given that?
Because, and this is the thing I disagree with. If that's anywhere else on the pitch, it's a foul. There's no difference.
Well,
and do you know what made me laugh? I was the commentators on Sky Sports. I think it was Andy Hinchcliffe was just like, "What else is he meant to do with his foot?" Here's an idea: not have your foot that high.
Yes, facts. Facts. That's a fact.
You should know better. It's a blatant penalty.
VAR for you all day. VAR for you all day. It's a good save, though.
Yeah, it's a good reaction.
It's a very good
He's
save.
a very good keeper, He's so
It's a
underestimated.
very good save. It's maximum there.
It's just
Do maximum stuff.
It's the turn of pace, and it's the trickery. Like,
you never know what you're gonna get.
That
if they get relegated, who picks him up?
Everton.
You reckon Everton go and sign him?
Palace, because if Zaha goes, he's a Zaha type.
Yeah.
Someone like Leeds could probably pick him up if they lose Rafinha.
Oh, what? Rafinha, maybe him on one side, Rafinha on the other.
Yeah, but I mean, even like because the talk of us going for Rafinha, there's talks of a few teams going for Rafinha.
Look at this goal, though. This is ridiculous.
Do you know what I like about it?
Go on.
How many times have you seen midfielders in terms of the man? Is it Wilson who's on the outside of him? In terms of how composed he is, in terms of holding his run in case the ball gets slipped to him. I've seen so many players just go offside, but the way he look,
it's the chop. It's that one.
He's set. Yeah, but rewind it a bit. Watch Ben Mee specifically.
It's that chop. That's what it is.
But watch Ben Mee specifically from this camera angle. No, the closer camera angle.
Okay, when they'll replay it now. Ridiculous chop.
He sends him so off balance. He looks like he's actually about to fall over. No, honestly, like watch how he kicks his leg.
Ben Mee. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Right, watch it now. This is the angle. Watch him. He's genuinely trying to regain balance. It's
Ben Mee out here struggling.
But here's one thing I wanted to say is
so
Maximum in this form, like you said, he does some stuff like this, yeah. But they've also got a Callum Wilson's back. You can't underestimate how big that is for Newcastle. He will score goals for them. Whether it's enough to keep him up, I think so. I understand why people won't, but just having him,
where are they getting their points? That's the issue Newcastle have got. So they got West Ham next, very tough game. Away to Liverpool, very tough game. Home to Arsenal is a tough game.
There you go. There's your point.
What, Arsenal?
Yeah,
home to Leicester. Away to Leicester, tough game. Even the Manchester City, who could have wrapped up the league by then, very tough game.
Look at the last.
Then they have Sheffield United and Fulham. All right, they'll beat Sheffield, but I think they could be too far gone. They could literally 2, 3, 4, 5. They could be 0-5.
Could be, but
I think they will be.
Yeah. But we all sat here and said it will come down to that game.
It could come down to that game between those two. It could. It could is what I'm saying. I think they're in trouble. I think they're gone before the Sheffield United game.
Pull up West Brom's.
Okay, let's go. 1 second. We'll soon find out. Crap. Bear with me. Go on.
I'm trying to remember. I know we looked at it, but I'm sure West Brom have got an unfavourable few fixtures in there. I think, don't get me wrong, we've said they've all got some tough games in there. But
everybody has tough games. I think Newcastle's is the toughest, though. We've established this. Newcastle's is the toughest.
Right, so this is it. You've got Leicester.
I'm just having a look.
Away.
Yeah, go.
Aston Villa away. Wolves. Arsenal. Liverpool. West Ham and Leeds away.
Callum Robinson scored today. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Scored someone else who's not Chelsea. So, yeah, like you said, they've got Leicester away. That's a tough game. Villa away, Midlands derby.
Tough game. Derby's
Wolves,
tough.
Again, Midlands, tough. Arsenal away, won't be easy. Liverpool away, easy 3 points for West Brom.
Hey! When did you become a comedian?
West Ham away, which is tough because West Ham will be fighting
West Ham at home.
West Ham at home, sorry. And then you've got Leeds away in the final day.
This is what we're not talking about.
What, Leeds on
the last 2 games of the season are having fans back in the stadium.
Ooh.
So, you know this better than anyone.
Yeah.
Ellen Road with fans.
Yeah.
Horrible place.
Facts.
The atmosphere. And it's the first time that they're going to be seeing Leeds in the Premier League. The atmosphere is going to be...
Yeah, it's going to be rocking. Absolutely rocking.
So it's like those final games of the season, you don't understand what kind of an impact that's going to have on certain teams.
Definitely. Without question.
And that's something we've not even discussed yet. That alone is a fascinating factor.
Yep.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to go back to games. I think we're all in that space where we just all can't wait to go back to games. But yeah, I'm looking at, let me check out Fulham's games. Fulham's tough, like we said. They lost against Wolves on Friday, a late one. They've got Arsenal away, Chelsea away, Burnley at home, Southampton away, United at home, Newcastle at home. They're tough fixtures. I could easily see them. I spoke about Newcastle going 0-5. I can see them going 0-5 from the Wolves game. Well, they lost to Villa as well. So, and they lost to Fulham. Yeah, they finished. Last win was at Anfield. I think I think Fulham and
I think
Sheffield United are gone. I think it's one
I think
of
after the result of West Brom tonight, I think they will pip and go ahead of Fulham.
Yeah, they will. We talk about turning points. Winning 5-2 at Chelsea is a turning point. And then you back that up winning 3-0 at home to Southampton.
Because, like I said, and this is what I'm talking about with the Liverpool.
Are Burnley and Brighton clear, though?
No. I said this.
Are Burnley and Brighton clear?
No. Nowhere near.
Can they get dragged into it?
Yeah, definitely can get dragged into it because I think Brighton have got some unfavourable fixtures as well.
Let's check this out. Check Brighton's fixtures out. Let's see. So they're 0-0 currently, so today's fixture could be massive for them if they can manage to get a point or a win.
This is what I was about to say. If they get a positive result, I think they're fine.
Yeah. If they win today.
Yeah.
So they got Chelsea away, tough. Then they got Sheffield United, that's favourable. Leeds at home, Leeds at Leeds. Wolves away won't be easy. West Ham away. See, Brighton have very tough fixtures. Where are they getting points from?
Well, this is what I'm saying. So this is why I'm saying it could be a handful of 4 or 5 teams here.
Everyone's in this. Nobody has favourable fixtures down there, it seems.
And it's like, what?
Let me have a look at Burnley.
What are the final games of this thing? Because
Brighton's 2 final games are City at home and then Arsenal away.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going into that Arsenal game needing a result.
Yeah. After all the things that have happened with those as well.
Arsenal bought a job, so you're probably going to get some. But, like, you don't want to be in that kind of territory.
No, you don't.
And then you look at Burnley.
They got United on Sunday. And then they've got Wolves. They got Wolves away. West Ham at home. Then they play Fulham. Then they play Leeds. Then they play Liverpool. Then they play Sheffield United. So that's not favourable. United away. Wolves away. West Ham at home. Fulham away. Leeds at home. Liverpool at home. And Sheffield United away on the last day.
Dear Lord.
I think they stay up.
Please.
I think
get relegated.
Your Fulhams, your Wolves, your Leeds, Sheffield United, those 4, they'll get enough points to be safe.
Yeah, especially, yeah.
That's why I'm thinking.
But do you know what? Do you know what's...
Go on.
Sheffield United play all the teams in and around him. Now, I said this to you last week. Historically, you've seen once a team's got nothing to lose and they're relegated,
they go for it.
They start to pick results up.
Because they literally play Burnley, Newcastle, Brighton.
They will have an impact on who gets dragged into it, and who gets clear and who doesn't. So although we're saying, yeah, it's a favourable result, you don't know what kind of Sheffield United are turning up at that point. Because once they get relegated, gloves are off.
Yeah.
And they've got nothing to play for at that point. They've got nothing to lose, so you might as well go for it. You don't want to go out in the Premier League on a low like what Derby did and end up on the lowest points ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, you want to go out on a high, as is to say. And more to the point, if they go out on a high, that kicks them into next season. Do you know what I mean? And that can kickstart next season or getting back into the Premier League.
Lauren saying here, Chelsea have got West Ham in 2 games. Yeah, big games. Big games. You lot in the comments, let us know as well. What are your thoughts? Who do you see finishing in the top 4? Who do you see getting relegated? JV's with me saying, I told you Big Sam would do it. Zane saying, look at Flawless. And these FIFA jokes just peeing off Stroh. Brian saying, don't worry, Brighton will be fine. I don't know about that. Because if your Graham Potter goes down, which he could, your Graham Potter agenda, Ryan, is in the mud. It's in the mud. But it's going to be interesting. So who you saying is going down? You saying that's the bottom 3. Sheffield United, West Brom, Fulham. I think it's Sheffield United, Fulham, and Newcastle. I think those 3. But that being said, Newcastle are only a point behind Burnley and Brighton.
And this is the point that I'm trying to make.
And then Southampton ain't that far off either.
I said to you, this could be between 5 teams. So
I think it's more.
I think Fulham are going to get dragged into. I think Fulham have unfortunately gone because I like the turnaround Stuart Parker's had. I think Sheffield United is definitely gone.
Yeah.
Now, is it too late in terms of Big Sam and these results? I don't know.
No, because you still got 21 points to play for.
Yeah, but there's some big results in the past 2 games.
Massive. They got 6 from 6.
Problem is,
I'm looking at West Brom's
Newcastle,
because West Brom got Leicester away next. Then they have Villa away, Midlands derby. Wolves at home, another Midlands derby. Arsenal away. Liverpool at home. West Ham at home, and then like we said, Leeds away. I can see them getting points there. I can definitely see them getting points. Villa, Wolves, Arsenal.
Yeah.
They're the 4 games I look at and go, points. Leeds, 5. Depending on what West Ham have to play for at that point.
It's
even the Leicester game, because Leicester have not even been in the best form.
Here's the thing: it's definitely going down to the wire.
Oh yeah, definitely, it's going to be
It
exciting.
goes without saying. We've never had a top 4 race like it, and we've never had a relegation battle like it.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Where you can say all the teams, Southampton are 14th, so you can say all the teams from 14th to 19th are in the mix.
And all the teams from like 8th,
literally,
to 3rd are in the mix.
Are in the mix. Yeah, that's Everton Brighton today is a big game at both ends.
This is what I mean, and
big game at both ends.
This is why games like this. Do you know what I like as well? So obviously Real Madrid, and obviously I was watching the El Clasico. I like the head-to-head rule.
You prefer the head-to-head rule?
No, I like it because how, for example, big games. You look at Manchester United this season, 0-0, 0-0, 0-0. In La Liga, those games between Real Madrid, Atletico, Barcelona, they're like cup finals. You cannot afford. Do you know what I mean? They are huge games, and it puts it on a different pedestal. So it's like I quite like that because it makes it exciting. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you lost this game, you've got to go all out to make sure you don't lose this game, because otherwise, on the head-to-head, if you're on the same points, they win the title. Imagine losing a title like that. It just gives it an extra emphasis. So I quite like it. I don't want it anywhere near the Premier League, but for the other leagues, I find it quite exciting. But yeah, this.
How come you don't want it anywhere near the Premier League?
Don't fix something that's not broken.
Okay, fair enough.
Which is why the offside rule, stop touching it. Just leave it alone. Like VR application in the Champions League, absolutely wonderful. No issues apart from the Jude Bellingham incident.
Okay,
it's like don't fix something that's not broken. But yeah, this Everton Brighton game is a massive game.
Crucial. It's crucial. All right, switching lanes, even though it's Premier League, let's talk Champions League. You know, where myself, Flawless, aka Mr. Take Note, aka Flawless Mr. Take Note.
I don't know if there's anything I hate more than someone that speaks in the third person.
I'm just giving myself my own flowers because I called every result correct. When I said Chelsea will get past Porto, I said Real Madrid will beat Liverpool. I said City will get past Dortmund, and I said Bayern would lose to PSG. And all the results went away. I'm 4-4.
Yeah, well, you're going on like the ties are over.
All right, what tie do you think's most alive? Okay, before you answer that, before you answer which tie, do you think any of the ties are over?
Yeah.
Okay, what ties do you think are over?
Chelsea, Porto.
Okay, that's one.
And I think I'm torn because I think the City one might be over.
I think they're all done.
I don't.
Well, you think Bayern PSG is still alive?
Possibly.
Sorry, man.
Just because it's Bayern Munich. And I'm going to sound like a broken record here.
Cool.
If there's any European team that is known for coming behind in European games, it's a certain Merseyside club. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I didn't think Barcelona was going to happen. I didn't think Dortmund was going to happen.
Yeah.
I didn't think Olympiacos, AC Milan were going to happen. This club somehow just decide once it's under the lights at Anfield, European night. I don't know what happens. I don't know who's putting juju on it, but something's not like adding up. So we could win 2-0 and go through. Now, the only problem with that is we're going to have to keep a clean sheet, which I just don't see us doing.
I don't see that happening either.
But I'm telling you, do not be surprised if that game goes right down to the wire in terms of 2-1, where Nick is going to get a goal. Something along those lines. That tie is not dead.
Yeah.
I still think Real Madrid are going to go through. I think once the third one went in, I thought that was game done, which Gini Wijnaldum. In that game specifically.
Genius Wijnaldum.
Now, I think he's been overly criticised by some fans, which is because he's been one of our best players this season. However, that game, as captain, was a disgrace. In terms of when we're playing the ball out from the back, I have no issue with it whatsoever, right? But when you have the chance to let the ball run across and you can play out and then you feed it into the likes of Jota, Mane, Salah, and you take a touch and you go back, you're just inviting pressure on and you're slowing everything down.
Yeah. Ryan's saying I feel we're out already, to be honest. He said this. He reckons you're out.
No, I think we're out. But what I'm saying is I've been proven wrong by this team so many times that I'm not counting it out. That game, Ginny. It's just, and then the third goal, he's just stood on the edge of the box.
You know what? Let's pull these up. Why not? Let's just wheel this. Let's do this. Why not? Go on, keep going.
Because, right, so for the third goal, it comes from a throw-in, which is poor to be conceded from a throw-in. But specifically, Wijnaldum can see everything developing in front of him. He stood on the edge of the box. At no point does he even try to help his teammates out and defend. At no point does he look to his left slightly and sees Vinicius making that run. Who, by the way, it's probably a distance of me and you away. You can impact that at that point. Ty's not done at that. And he just stands there like a statue. You're the captain.
Who was captain?
Wijnaldum.
He was the captain.
Because there's no Milner. There's no Van Dijk. There's no Henderson.
I'm surprised he didn't give it to, I don't know, maybe a Robertson?
Look.
Right. I didn't know he was the captain.
Yeah.
I didn't watch this one live. I watched, was you the same day as PSG Bayern?
No, we were.
City Dortmund. Yeah, I was watching the City Dortmund game because I was like, let me take a closer look at Haaland.
And it's just like, there's just, honestly, and I can't stress to you how, I was speaking to JV and I was going mad.
Yeah. How come you weren't talking to me?
Because he put a Wijnaldum post up and I just responded going mad.
Right, okay.
It's like, they started off the better team. You're away at Real Madrid. Real Madrid are European royalty. Say whatever you want about these two teams, current form, whatever. These two are European royalty.
Yeah, definitely, without question.
So this was a premium tie, right? In games like this, and you know this coming away to Anfield at times, is you are going to get a 15, 20-minute spell where they're going to be all over you. Pause it now, pause it. Do you see the point that I tried to make a second earlier on about the back three?
Yeah.
Look at Mendy, pushed up high.
Yes.
Look at Trent's position.
Right. You have a problem with Trent's position there?
Yeah, because look at why. So, for example, if he's tucked in, right, and the ball switches across, he can still get out to Mendy in plenty of time. He needs to be tighter. The danger is not Mendy.
Right.
Danger is Vinicius in that position because he's now got a clear run to just run straight. Yeah. And you're talking about Toni Kroos, who's one of the most underrated midfielders in the past 10, 15 years.
Oh, he's a quality.
The pass that he plays is not only stunning, it drops perfectly into Vinicius' run on his chest. Doesn't break stride. Yeah. Name me midfielders that can play that kind of pass. There's only a handful.
So very, 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 very few.
Why is Trent so far? I think he should be
tucked in.
Yeah, he should be tucked in, but he should be. So you're Vinicius, I'm here. You can't make that run now. You've got to go that way. Yeah. Or you've got to go that way.
You can't just go straight.
There. You can't just run straight. That's my issue with him. Because he switches off to the danger, which is Vinicius. And watch the pass. Watch how easy the run is. Look. And at that point, he's trying to tuck in. It's too late. Look, he just runs between the two of them. Great touch. Unbelievable finish.
Yes.
That's Trent. Because he switches off to the danger. Mendy's not the danger.
Yeah.
That's the danger.
Facts.
So you play onto that. Look at that one is so easy. And what a pass. And the touch as well.
Yeah, great finish overall.
Do you know what the funny thing is? My best mate, Jack.
Yeah.
Real Madrid fan. So I watched it with him. Plenty of fun. Vinicius can't finish. And he's been awful at finishing this season. Suddenly he just turns into prime Ronaldo at this point.
He's playing against us in Benzema as well. The pass is quality,
You see what I mean? Trent needs to be closer. He's far too late.
Yeah.
That's the danger.
I hear that.
So then, you then see this, right? Which is, it's unfortunate, but right.
Go on.
So this is why I like VAR, specifically in the Champions League, right?
Go on.
Because what you see Benzema dangle his leg and kick Kabak. That's in the Premier League. That gets given.
Yeah, because it looks at first. That's the thing is at first take that I'm saying when I first seen that penalty, but when you see it slow down. Yeah, you thought penalty. Yeah.
Then you see the replay. It's like
you see Benzema lean into him. Yeah, you do. Facts.
Pause it. As much as I praise VAR in the Champions League, I will not understand this decision. So they score their second goal directly from this incident.
Yeah.
The ball gets played up. Vasquez makes no attempt to play the ball. He barges Mane in the back. It's a blatant foul.
Yes.
I don't care about the red card, even though he is last man. I don't care. Just come to the right decision.
Yeah.
That is a stonewall free kick.
Facts.
How that doesn't get given is beyond me. And then, to just add insult to injury, you then see Trent's backwards header, which is poor.
Oh, big up.
No, look. So from this,
Yeah.
look, doesn't get given.
That's
Look,
ridiculous.
It's the same.
Yeah, he makes no attempt.
What's he trying to play there?
He
That's
made
a
no
blatant foul.
No.
And look, ball gets gone. And I'm not even exaggerating. This is from the exact same play. From that foul, it goes all the way here. They recycle it very, very well. Play that little ball and pause it. You can see what Trent's trying to do because I've seen him do this 5
He's trying to
times
dud it back to the
season.
goalkeeper.
He's just trying to head it that way. The problem is, he's switched off.
Mm.
And he thinks he's already played the pass.
Yeah.
So when he switches off, he's not directed the header properly. It hits him on the side. The header goes that way, which lands directly into Asensio's pass.
Great assist. Great take by Asensio as well.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And it's like, Alisson's in no man's land because he can't do anything there.
No.
He's just trying to rectify a mistake.
Yeah, that's not an Alisson. That's not an Alisson.
But look, you can see him. He's not even switched on. And then look, then he panics and he's trying to do the header and he switches off for the header as well.
Man.
And it's just like, at this point, you're thinking, yeah, this is Real Madrid we're talking about. Another team you cannot write off in any Champions League game.
Definitely not.
Playing against. And good finish.
Yeah.
And then you come on to the second half. Now, I don't know what rocket. That is just
that's
awful.
Yeah, but I come back.
We are lucky that's not Benzema in that position. Because if Benzema's in that position and not Asensio, he can just kick it with his right foot and it's a goal.
Yeah, he'll finish that.
Because it's on his right foot, his execution's not right. Do you know what I mean? And that's why you see the finish like that. It's a good save from Alisson.
Yeah.
But Benzema doesn't give you that opportunity. This is the Liverpool. Look how quick it is.
Yes.
Everything's quick.
It's our pace.
1-2 touch.
Gone. Wijnaldum striding forward.
That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
And this is why I was getting so frustrated.
Yeah. Good finish as well. Good finish, yeah.
And it's like
Mo Salah.
But see what happens when you start to play like Liverpool. You're quick in the game up, 1-2 touch football, and you cut through them.
Yeah.
They are there for the taking. They are not defensively great. Which is why I'm saying, do not be surprised if Anfield's like a 3-1, 3-2, something.
I can see that happening. I can see both. I see both teams scoring. I just think you go out.
No. I agree. But the only reason why I'm saying is the one team I'll never bet against is Liverpool in a European tie. Don't get me wrong. I think the tie is done, but I would not be surprised if Liverpool did something crazy. Good finish. But it's just you quicken things up and look what happens.
Yeah.
And then I'm just waiting to get to this third goal. Honestly,
this is what I've been waiting on. Do you
know what? Do you know what I liked as well?
Go on.
Was Klopp took Kabak off.
Yeah.
Put Fabinho at centre back. And then put Thiago in the midfield. And Thiago in the midfield against Real Madrid is you keep possession better and you retain possession better.
That's great defending.
Why he doesn't shoot is beyond
great
me.
Defending.
No, why does he not shoot?
Should he shoot there?
Yeah.
Nah, he gets blocked if he shoots there.
Right, pause it now. What did I tell you earlier in the game?
About Wijnaldum?
No, about Trent.
Switching off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you see?
Whereas this is him here next to... Who's that? That's Vinicius, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's him with Vinicius.
Right, so pause it now. Wijnaldum's not moved. Has he moved?
No, he hasn't.
Right, play on a bit. Right, so pause it a sec. Just rewind it slightly. There's two phases of play Wijnaldum can influence. I think it's Cruz. When Cruz cuts inside...
Yeah, Modric. Go on.
Modric, right?
Yeah.
So if Wijnaldum's on the balls of his feet, naturally you go towards that because you go to try and help out to make sure that doesn't happen.
He doesn't play it to Vinicius, yeah?
You can cut that pass off. Not only that, if you're switched on, you're naturally over there anyway trying to help. You can't cut in and play that kind of pass anyway because you're there blocking it. And then I already said about Trent. Trent switched off to Vinicius, doesn't even see that he's behind him, doesn't even see the run. But it's two player mistakes. The first one's Wijnaldum, and then the second biggest one is Trent. But what's Wijnaldum doing? I think he's not moved.
Yeah, he's not moved. I think he's wary of the pass back to Casemiro.
No, because Thiago's there.
Oh, Thiago there. You can't see him in the shot. Right. So we should have just tucked in.
That's
Alisson has to do better as well with that. Yeah, Alisson got to do better.
It's poor.
Yeah, it's shocking all around. As Madrid picks it up.
And then Mane, rewind it. Modric runs off Mane. Mane's just stood like, what are we doing? This is a Champions League quarter-final. We are 2-1 down.
Hey.
Look at him.
Yeah,
Mane, look, does not move. What is that?
Yeah, you got a point. Got a point. And keep us to do better. It's just
awful.
Individual mistakes all around. Yeah.
And it's like, it's one of them, it goes through Phillips' leg, so I give Alisson the leeway. But
look
at Wijnaldum. Look at him. He only starts to move to his left when the ball's played. You're the captain, for crying out loud. Get a hold of your troops. Do something. That is why we're out. And like I said, I will never bet against Liverpool in the European tie because you don't know anything that could happen. But that, the only reason why we got beat because of our mistakes. Yeah. That's the frustrating thing.
Yeah, you beat yourself type of thing.
Yeah, it's frustrating and it's annoying because but honestly, and that's why he did the same thing against Villa. Wijnaldum slows the game down, and it's just like, why are you slowing the game down?
Yeah.
Liverpool at the best at full throttle.
Yeah.
And that's been one of the main reasons why the forward line conversion has been great, because they've not had a supply. The supply has been non-existent at times. It's frustrating, but I think Ty's done. I said this on the night.
Done.
I think the
Great
Ty's done.
stuff.
But like I said,
Love
I
it.
wouldn't bet against them because they do something stupid and crazy.
Chelsea Portal, moving on quickly before we end the show. Make sure as well, if you're watching on the YouTube, people, make sure you hit the like button on the video, whether you're watching live or you're watching this back. Share it across all the socials and subscribe to the channel, Pi Radio. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. Chelsea Portal, I think that's done. Chelsea played very well. Because I was on the Blues Fans TV watch along, and I wasn't watching because obviously I was watching the killer Killian, but the Chelsea fans were and I've seen the highlights, they were very happy and very impressed. Go on.
Speaking of Killian, have you seen whose favourites to sign him?
Who?
Just take a wild guess.
Is it you lot?
5-2-1.
Oh, get out of here.
No. Here's why.
I'm not saying you get out of here. I'm just saying that notion needs to get out of here.
So, obviously, FSG have just been backed by this new consortium, which is headed up by none other than a certain LeBron James.
Right.
So, LeBron James has upped his stake in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Mbappe and LeBron James have a clothing range coming this summer.
Yeah.
Good friends. LeBron owns Thingy. Mbappe's declined contract talks. And then the report came out this morning.
Yeah.
If Mbappe goes, PSG want either Mane or Salah.
Yo, they just need to go get Haaland, innit? And let Mbappe go to Real Madrid or the Red Half of Manchester, either or.
But I think any deal like that hinders on us getting top four.
Well, let's hope you lot don't get top four then. Let's hope so.
Mbappe's performance against... What a game that was. PSG
quality game.
By the way. That is one of the best games I've seen.
Quality game. I was just enjoying it thoroughly. I said this, hashtag Maurizio Masterclass. Man like Don Poch.
Can we talk about you promoting?
What about you promoting?
The man scoring like unbelievable headers in quarterfinals.
Because I've said this, you lot are not putting respect on his name. The reason why he can go to Bayern Munich and then PSG is because he proved he could do it on a cold Tuesday night in Stoke. I've been saying this for the longest.
But he didn't prove he could do it on a Tuesday night because he wasn't good enough.
No, he handled it. No, he went on to bigger and better things.
No, because he wasn't good enough. But he didn't get played by Tony Pulis because he wasn't good enough. And now look at him.
But Tony Pulis didn't play Gnabry. West Brom.
You see the theme.
Yeah, you see the theme. But yeah, like I said, man like Poch, I've been telling people, I said, hashtag Maurizio Masterclass incoming with Killer Killian. Get me? Because he's magic.
And do you know what? Have you seen Mbappe talking Poch up as well? Like, really complimentary.
Really? What did he say? I didn't know this. This adds into my agenda. Tell me more.
Have you not seen it?
Nah, what did he say? He
basically just said that it was an unbelievable game plan that he put in place for both Barcelona and Bayern Munich.
Wait, let me see if I can get these quotes up. You have to, if we're going to quote the great man, you got to quote him properly.
How have you not seen this? I thought you'd have been all over it.
Nah, you need to tell me these things. Don't you think I would have been tweeting about this if I would have seen it?
As you know, every United fan, every Chelsea fan, every City fan.
Right, we boys, man. Unmute me, fam.
Is hit on Twitter.
I don't even really get onto you lot like that, to be honest.
I know, but just I can't be dealing with it for the time being.
What is this? So kill it. Well, Mbappe's comments. So let me try this. I would have been all right. I'm doing it tonight. I'm starting the Poch propaganda tonight, and Definitely.
I genuinely thought you'd seen
Nah,
it.
I definitely haven't seen it. I like Magic Maurizio. I keep saying this. Where is it?
Look, Kylian Mbappe outlines Mourinho Pochettino
What's this one?
masterclass as PSG defeat Bayern Munich.
Where's that?
Type it in
go on.
Mbappe Pochettino. So you have to type it.
Okay. Probably spelled Pochettino's name wrong, but we move. Mbappe Pochettino. Wow. Kylian Mbappe outlines Mauricio masterclass as PSG defeat holders Bayern Munich. Pochettino offered Kylian Mbappe a crucial piece of advice as his 2 goals gunned down Champions League holders Bayern Munich. Kylian Mbappe,
I think he talks about Kimmich.
has opened up on the role Pochettino played as he scored a superb double to gun down Bayern Munich and make it advantage PSG in the Champions League. With a place in the last 4 of the competition at stake, the big spending French side will step into the returning, carrying a useful advantage following their impressive 3-2 victory over the holders in Germany. It was a verdict made even more possible by the absence of prolific striker Robert Lewandowski. But without having to go up against a man who in all probability would have won the Ballon d'Or in the year that never was, Mbappe underlined his own credentials to rival Messi and Ronaldo as the world's best. Indeed, after opening the scoring inside 3 minutes in an empty Allianz, the World Cup winning forward 22 proceeded to settle the scores midway through the second half. Okay. The coach wanted me to close the passing lines on Kimmich with Neymar and that I run deep to overcome the Bayern block and make them run because they don't like it, and it worked well. He's magic, you know. I keep singing that, people, just so you lot know it.
Nah, I think I told you it was something to do with Kimmich.
Yeah.
But basically what he was saying was...
Yeah, break it down. Give me the idiot version.
If you look at Bayern Munich, their supply line comes from... They start off to the fullbacks, because they like to play out, and then they punch it into the Goretzkas, the midfielders, or they can go straight down the line. So basically what Pochettino wanted from the likes of Neymar and Mbappe was to cut the supply line, to cut the passing lanes. So manipulate your body so you can, if you want him to go inside, you maneuver your body that way, so they have to go inside, so you can't go that way. If you want them to go that way, you manipulate your body that way, so they can't pass it that way, they have to go that way. And basically what they looked at was specific film on Kimmich, and a few of the centre-backs and the full-backs, pattern to play. So did he like to go down the line? Is that his preferred option? Does Kimmich like to come inside and find Goretzka? If so, how many times a game does he do it? And then they basically talked to Mbappe and said, look, we need you to cut this supply chain off. And when you cut the supply chain off, make sure you're on the shoulder when you're on the run, because he's not going to catch you. And look exactly what happened. That, tactically alone, just that, won them this game.
Tactically astute, man. Man like Maurizio. And they had no variety, no Paredes. And their captain went off too. So yes, Lewandowski was missing, but PSG had players missing too. And yes, Bayern are going to create chances against anybody, but
it's, if you look at the goals that Mbappe scored, it comes from exactly what he's just talked about with Pochettino. Yeah. But more to the point, the fact he's highlighted that.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, he could have easily just said, I had an unbelievable game. He's said, no, wait a second. This comes from the manager and his specific game plan and something that he specifically asked me to do.
Facts. Like, this goal was quality. Neymar as well was quality. This is the best I've seen Neymar play in a big game. Quality. Pass, look at that, disguised it, boom.
No,
he does have to do better, yeah. I like Kylian, man. Quality. Money, look, and the way the guy, he looks like he's winding up to shoot there, lays it perfectly into his pass. Into his path, sorry.
It's a true strike.
Yeah. Laced it.
That's a proper strike.
Laced it. Yeah, Neuer's got to do better. And I think Neuer will know that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Through the legs. Yeah, that's not the one. I like the pitch side 4K cameras they've got as well.
Oh,
like 8K, whatever they are.
Stunning.
In the Champions League. I like that. I do. A lot. Every time they went forward, though, they looked like he was going to score.
But look at where Mbappe is.
Yeah, on the move.
And no, but he's specifically in between the lines of the fullback and the centre back. Which, if you're Kimmich, is a nightmare, because yes, you're going to want to tuck in, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can't tuck in because you're not going to get the pace. And plus, more to the point, if you try to tuck in, Mbappe's already making that run, you clip him, he's going down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he was always a threat in that position.
The whole time, every time by PSG went forward, and it was counter-attacking, looked like he was
and this
score.
is the point, if you've got Mbappe in that position,
yeah.
not only is he cutting off the supply line, Kimmich then can't go forward and be an attacking threat.
Mm-hmm.
So he's then knocking him back 5-10 yards, you know what I mean?
Facts. You're not lying. Facts.
But once again, that's the game plan set up by Pochettino, which I thought was a fascinating game plan. And it worked to perfection.
It did, because they looked a threat the whole time. Like the left foot pass as well. Let me just fast forward to that. The left foot pass from Neymar for Marquinhos, that is ridiculous. That's his wrong foot.
I know.
It's his wrong foot. And he just dinked it over the top. It's ridiculous.
He's another one though. Neymar, where he gets criticism, and rightfully so at times, because
he should do better.
Yeah, that amount of talent.
Yeah,
you should be known as one of the greatest ever.
That
amount of talent.
Yeah,
but I mean, you can do that for fun.
Ridiculous. Good finish as well, actually.
Great first touch as well.
Yeah, from a centre back, it is. I just want to see Mbappe's goal again.
Yeah, so do I. That's what I'm waiting for you to get to, because it comes on to the point I was making with regards to...
this one as well, that's the crazy part.
Because it comes on to the point which obviously we were making with regards to...
That's already 3-2 at this point.
Pochettino and his game plan.
Here we go. This is it before we close out the show. We can watch it. End it on some King Killian adverts, man. Jeez. YouTube like TV.
Oh, yeah.
It's pure adverts. There we go.
Look at his run.
Yeah, in between, exactly.
See my point? He's in between the fullback constantly and the centre back.
Look at that. Dinks, drops. Look, drop the shimmy. Ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. On that note, we are going to close out the show, people. We give you some Champions League talk as well, but we will be back next week, Monday, of course, talking all things Premier League, talking the top 4 race, talking relegation, etc. And of course, the Champions League semi-finals, we'll be discussing that, because we'll know who the 4 teams will be. It will be Chelsea versus Real Madrid and PSG versus Manchester City. And then we get to see Mbappe come to the Etihad and another Maurizio masterclass. But yeah, Stroh, anything you want to add before we bounce?
No, I was trying to think of how I could
I thought you had a bar.
Nasty against you, but nah,
no bar in it. See that, you ain't got the bar. But yeah, we'll do that in it. Well, with Liverpool after this week, you'll just be chasing top 4. At least you can concentrate on top 4 once you go out of the Champions League. That will work in your favour in that, rather than have a semi-final against the Chelsea or somebody. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, love to everyone who has locked in. Big up to each and every one of you. This has been From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio, and we're back next Monday, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. discussing all things Premier League. Thank you very much for